You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
That's right, it's iLive Radio UK. You're locked in listening to Get Amplified with me, Charley Jai. It's your Tuesday drive time show, and I'm so happy to be here. Got a jam-packed show for you. You're in for a treat. The time now is 4:05 p.m, and I really hope you're having a good day, especially if you're somewhere where the weather is dreary like it is in the UK. Let me tell you what I've got coming up on today's show. Two of my closest friends will be joining me in the studio. For one of them, this is her first time ever coming on a radio show, so I cannot wait to see how she fares as we go along. Caroline and Yinka, they both work within the corporate industry. Like I said, they are very special guests because they're two of my closest friends. They're beautiful women, and we're going to be speaking about all things workplace challenges specifically faced by black and brown women. We're also going to speak about running your own business because Caroline has not one, but two businesses alongside her day job. And we're also going to be speaking about female friendships and so much more. As always, I've got the Happy News segment for you. I've got a great community focus, and we've got music this week from Stormzy, my fave, my sister, my gal, Monique Laws, Wretch32 and Lotto Boys. But I want to start officially by giving a big shout out to Jester and Becky, who joined me in the studio last week. They were amazing guests. They really were. And if you missed that show, you do need to catch up. We spoke about everything. We spoke about faith. We spoke about music. We spoke about interracial relationships. He is a dancehall artist originally from Jamaica, and Becky was born and raised in the UK, so she's white British. So it was a very, very interesting conversation. We also got Becky's take on Black History Month. So if you missed that, do go and catch up. uk.iliveradio.com. Just go to the podcast section on your left. Go to UK Podcasts and you will find it there. Not right now, though, because right now it's all about this show. And we're going to start off with the boring bits. You know how we do. It's all about the news for you that's been hitting the headlines. The UK unemployment rate has grown to 4.5% in the 3 months to August, compared with 4.1% in the previous quarter, and redundancies have risen to their highest level since 2009, according to the Office for National Statistics. It comes as the government prepares to impose tough local lockdown rules that will force some businesses to close, potentially leading to more job losses. And I am now in that category because on Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday, the 7th of October, I was made redundant due to the impact of COVID on the company that I was working with and other colleagues as well. So it really, really is a crazy, crazy time. But I'm in good spirits though, man. Things happen and you just kind of have to ride the wave. So I'm staying positive, doing all I can to find something else. If you're someone who has a gig, let me know. Whether it's voiceover work, virtual hosting of an event, working in the youth sector, whatever it may be, as long as it's all COVID compliant, holla at your girl. I'm at Charley Jai UK on the Instagram. We can start the conversation there and then take it to a professional space known as email. Let's get the tube service update for you now. We've got a good service. It's showing everywhere apart from, as always, the Waterloo and City Line. We've got planned closures there, and the M25 is all good. No reported congestion, no reported accidents. So with that said, let's start the show with some feel good music. This is Get Amplified and I'm Charley Jai, and I love the fact that you are locked in listening to me on iLive UK. We're changing the way you listen to radio.
Yeah. I know that black is beautiful, but can they see it? I know that black is powerful, but can they feel it? Done talking now, we're past reason. There's only more glass behind all these glass ceilings. Do you know how hard it is for us to trust when you get a strip search just for running for the bus and you're only 13? You don't tell nobody else. You just blame yourself. Then you see them tearing down your history in the media that you don't learn in school. You gotta learn on Wikipedia. They tell you you're a menace till you think that you ain't good enough. Well, because you got your hoodie up, man. There'll be some trouble you get in just for the colour of your skin. But don't forget to look after your brothers cause they're kings. Don't forget to look after your sisters cause they're queens. Do not let them kill our dreams, man. If if you're killing us with violence? Why should we be killing you with kindness? I've done some bad things, but I don't glorify them. You might have bought my ancestors, but you ain't bought my silence. I'm Malcolm for the outcome, I can't let nobody doubt it. That's why we can't just say we're black and proud, we gotta shout it. They don't wanna let us through to the top. I go back to where I came from if I knew where that was. They're killing people in the States. There's people getting killed in our state. Feds say that they gotta put us in our place, but look at Grenfell, they can't even put them in a place, man. Fuck a petition when you're a man on a mission. This ain't 12 years a slave, it's 26 years a victim. I'll give you respect when you give us the time of day. Just an angry black man trying to find a way.
Everywhere I go, I'm looking for myself. And every day I pray, you keep all my family well. And everywhere I go, I'm looking for myself. And every day I pray, keep all my family well.
Don't die on me. I said, young black king, don't die on me. You my brother, you my keeper, I need you to keep an eye on me. And no more fighting on the streets, walking around with all this pride on me. Shit's tough for us already, know that you can still rely on me. Please, just stay alive for me. And my young black queens, don't quit now. Yeah, you're the only ones that got us, I could never let my sis down. You've been too strong for too long, yet still you never sit down. Wow, that's the power of your love, and then it's worthy of a king's crown. And still you never let your kings down. Even though more time we don't deserve it. The picture isn't pretty but it's perfect. Tedious question, so then I curve it. Serena or Venus, the way I serve it. I'm Mallory Blackman, the way I sell books. I jump on the stage and then the world looks. All that banging on my door had my girl shook. Like, sorry officer, I only sell hooks. Leave me alone. Every little L I took, I held it close to home. Live and you learn, they'll always hate me for my tone. For the shade of my skin and not the courage in my bones. Now I'm misunderstood and I'm feeling like Nina Simone. The way I told the world, would've thought that I was Sims. See her on stage, I know that women can be kings. I know that it's fucked, they're overlooking what you bring. I know shit's so good, but it's just the little things. Black queen, you're immaculate. It's coming like the world ain't ready for your magic yet. And that was never your fault, man, I guess they couldn't hack it yet. World domination and you ain't even taking off your jacket yet. So effortlessly fabulous. And my young black kings, I hope it pays off. Go and show them what you're made of. Trying to scare us with some things that we are no longer afraid of. Man, are superheroes, let me see you take off. I pray you never take your cape off. Even though more time we don't fly straight. But trust me bro, I promise we gon' die great. Our burdens are heavy but we ain't lightweights. Our parents were legends, they had to migrate. So that's the reason not to sit around and chat shit. I'm from the place where Michael Dapper made a smash hit. Where you can be a rapper if you rap it. They're screaming what a flipping time to be a black Brit. We so alive, whole world want our demise, but no we ride. Try to push us all to the side, we know our rights. Now we get the whole of the pie, then go inside. When you see that Mercury flag in the sky, just know it's sad. The way I took the charts, would've thought that I was Dave. I am young, black, beautiful and brave. Know that it's fucked, they're overlooking what we gave. I know shit's so good, so we pray for better days. Pray they're better than before. Young black king, you are everything and more. I know one song's not enough to settle scores, but from the bottom of my heart, man, I hope you're getting yours. Man, I hope you're getting yours. Young black queen, get your shine on. All I see is innovators and a bag of icons. You can go and ask the whole world where they got their style from. That's you, that's us, God's time, and he never gets the time wrong. I guess we're just some ticking time bombs, we soon blow. I can make my world come true. All my dreams will see me through. And if that will get me down, my dreams will turn things all around. With a smile upon my face,
I can see a better place. Doesn't matter what may come my way. Believe me now, I'll win someday.
Track entitled Superheroes by Stormzy. That's such a big tune. It's the sort of tune you really have to listen to the words. I love the messages in there. And at the top of the show, you had Black and Ready by George. Another one filled with quite a lot of bad language, so I do apologise for that. But it's Black History Month, and these are powerful tracks. And I did say last week, I'm not a massive fan of Black History Month, but I pay homage, I give a nod out of respect for all of the black and brown people in and around the world who do celebrate Black History Month for whatever that reason may be. So I hope you enjoyed those two tunes. I love them. Would love for you to get involved with the show today. You're always welcome to do just that. It's uk.iliveradio.com. Over on the website there, you can join us on the chat stream. That's live and interactive. We've got a studio number 0208 638 8503, or drop me a text on 07 564 265 257. It's a WhatsApp text only, guys, and it's not my personal number, so don't get excited. We are iLive UK across all social media too, so if you're not following us, give us a follow right now. Big shout to my girl Nita. She's telling me that she's locked in. She'll be up after me at 7 p.m. with her awesome show, Catch a Vibe. So do make sure you keep it locked for her as well after me. Let's get straight into our happy news segment. Awesome stories for you this week. The first one, a new home after life in captivity. Two 12-year-old beluga whales that spent years in captivity entertaining humans at an aquarium in Shanghai, China, have found freedom at an open water sanctuary in Iceland. The 4-meter-long whales, which each weigh about 900 kg, were flown 6,000 miles for over 30 hours in a 747 aircraft fitted with purpose-built containers. The whales, both females and previously known as Little Grey and Little White, will enjoy open water for the first time since 2011. Can you even imagine? That's awesome. I know there's some people that don't think much when it comes to sort of animals, but I do. I really, really am an animal person. I don't much enjoy going to the zoo, let's be real, because the smell is a bit too much. But I do like my animals. So I'm loving that story. And I do believe, don't quote me, that there is a documentary about this coming on this week. It could even be tonight. I'm not entirely sure. Should have checked that, really, shouldn't I? Your second story in the Happy News segment, and I love this, new push for gender equality. So Germany has adopted a national strategy to fight gender inequality for the first time in its history. The Strong for the Future plan aims to reduce the gender pay gap and get more women in leadership positions in business, the civil service, and in politics. Although Germany has been led for 14 years by a female chancellor held in high global regard, it falls below the European average for gender equality. One declared goal is to increase the number of women on executive boards by applying the existing minimum 30% quota to 600 companies instead of just 105 currently. Women in Germany still earn, on average, 20% less than men. This is something that needs to happen worldwide, let's be real, because the inequality is so real. I've got Nita, she's cracking me up saying yes, messaging me on the WhatsApp over there. Your third story in the Happy News segment is this: Norwegians drive into the electric future. Norwegians are way ahead of the rest of Europe in switching from petrol to electric vehicles, EV, with the country notching up the highest per capita EV ownership in the world. Wow. For every 1,000 Norwegians, there are now 55 EVs on the road. The Netherlands, which has more than a quarter of Europe's charging points, trails in second place with just 8.4 EVs per 1,000 population. The UK is third with 3.2, followed by France with 3.1 and Germany with 2.4 EVs per 1,000 people. Attractive tax breaks for electric vehicles, of course, and incentives such as exemption from road tolls have encouraged take-up in Norway. Christina Boo of the Norwegian Electric Vehicle Association says, over its lifetime, you really save a lot of money with an electric car. E-cars are expected to take 55 to 60% market share for new cars in the future, and Norway looks set to meet its target of phasing out the sale of all new fossil fuel-based cars and light commercial vehicles by 2025. Almost all of Norway's domestic energy comes from hydropower, so switching to EVs is a much greener option than for countries whose electricity still comes mostly from fossil sources. I mean, if that's not good news, I don't know what is. Talk about living sustainably. I love that. Your fourth and final story in the Happy News segment. Let's wait for it. Donkeys win better welfare. Told you I love my animals. So Spain is often criticised for an appalling attitude towards animal welfare, particularly in Andalusia. But attitudes are changing. Hallelujah. The picturesque village of Mijas near Malaga has introduced regulations to protect the donkeys that give tourists rides. These include a limit on the weight they can be made to carry, mandatory rest periods, and improvements in living conditions. I absolutely love this story. Going to share with you, I went to Santorini a few years ago with two of my closest friends, one of whom will be joining me in the studio today, Caroline. And we actually did a donkey ride. It was the first time ever that we were doing this. And when we arrived, everything looked all above board. We choose our donkey, we get on the donkey, and it's only when we were halfway through the ride alongside this, I don't even know what to call it. It was a very, very high cliff. So if we had tried to say or do anything, potentially we would have ended up dead. Real talk. That's how steep this thing was. But the donkeys were treated really, really badly. They were whipped. They were whimpering at points. They were stopping and trying to relieve themselves and wasn't allowed to. It was really, really heartbreaking. So when I came across that story, I thought, nah, I need to include that in the Happy News segment. So I hope you enjoyed that. That concludes your Happy News segment. We're going to get into some more music now, after which I cannot wait to share with you this week's Community Focus. Now, I know it's not Sunday, but I kind of feel like the day has a Sunday feel to it, and that's why you've got this tune.
You make me feel like it's a Sunday morning. Whatever we do comes easy like we want it. And we gon' turn forever off, cause we ain't got the pressure on us. You make me feel like it's a Sunday morning. Might seem like it took forever, but trust me when I say this one was easy. You think I need better, so baby, I need you to know. You hold my hand when I look at you. We know what it is. I know you're insecure, it's clear to see. So before we go to sleep, let me tell you something. You make me feel like it's a Sunday morning. Whatever we do comes easy like we want it. And we gon' turn forever off, cause we ain't got the pressure on us. You make me feel like it's a Sunday morning. What do I need to say to let you know that all the time you're in my head and I can't get enough of you? It don't matter what I do, listen, let it all get through. I never knew a thing so true. You make me feel like it's a Sunday morning. Whatever we do comes easy like we want it. And we gon' turn forever off, cause we ain't got the pressure on us. You make me feel like it's a Sunday morning. Sunday morning.
deal with it. Ayy, whip it up and make a meal with it. Ayy, ain't nobody getting real with it. Ayy, freak it up, break it down, down. Ooh, what am I seeing right now? Ooh, looking so good with the lights on. I don't know you, but I want to, yeah. Put a move on it, I like that. If you wanna, you can read it in. Show me what you got, and we don't gotta talk about it. Oh yeah, something my body saying something. I'm underwater drowning. I know that I ain't tripping. Can't leave without it bouncing. I take you to my house, and I'll show you all around. Yeah, we could keep it bouncing. Yeah, we could keep it.
I'm drowning in water. Put diamonds up on your water. It's working the quarter. Hop on jets and cross the border. Throw it down like a tortoise. You get it back, I support it. I was sleeping the band on the power windows were boarded. I get mad at my feelings, I go to music recording. My wife is the baddest, she not a down, she a quarter. I go get the baggage for my 2 sons and 2 daughters. Bounce it and back it and pop that shit when I order. I done fell for a bad one, better than the last one. I'ma beat it nail up to the wall like a plasma. Pull up in the fall, dropping jaw, diamond dancing. Really from the north, I make golf at the mansion. Summertime in the drop top or a phantom. This gon' be your favorite song, bounce it to the anthem. I done ran this money up, some I didn't imagine. You and me together, we make magic.
Something, my body saying something. I'm underwater drowning. I know that I ain't tripping. Can't leave without it bouncing. I'll take you to my house, and I'll show you all around. Yeah, we could keep it bouncing. Yeah, we could keep it. She got a way to take your world and turn it sideways. I'm used to getting what I want, I like it my way. Hit 'em like a landslide. Never make it rain, make it pour. Make it go left, right. Feeling like I should let you know something. My body saying something. I'm underwater drowning. I know that I ain't tripping. Can't leave without it bouncing. I'll take you to my house, and I'll show you all around. Yeah, we could keep it 1, 2, 3, finish.
Woo! Wow. Listen, I need to not be getting my rave on, because that's not what it is, Charlie. You're here to do a job. That was Bouncing by Kiana Lede. I hope I'm saying her name correctly, featuring Offset. And before that, you had Sunday Morning by Hamza. I love that tune. I feel like it's a tune that you can literally listen to and vibe to any time, any day of the week. I really hope you're loving the music. You're locked in listening to Get Amplified with me, Charley Jai. Of course you are, on iLive Radio UK, and the time now is 4:29 p.m. My guests have confirmed they're on their way. I cannot wait to get stuck into this interview. And if you're just joining me, I've got my 2 closest friends, Caroline and Yinka, that are going to be joining me on the studio today, on the show today rather, and we're going to be talking about absolutely everything pertaining to black and brown women. We're going to be talking about the relationships between black and brown women and why sometimes we just like to give each other a hard time for no good reason. We're also going to be talking about the challenges black and brown women face within the workplace, especially within the corporate sector, in senior roles, and so much more. So keep it locked. Stick with me. Right now, it's time for me to delve into our community focus, and oh my life, yes, I'm going to say it. I love this one. I love all of them. You know what I need to do though? I'm going to let you guys in on something. I don't keep my notes. And I don't know if that's because a lot of it is just bullet points and it's all in my head, or I just can't be bothered to keep the paper. But I need to, because some of the information that I find for this show, in my opinion, is amazing. A lot of this stuff, I don't know it beforehand, people. It's through research. Anyway, community focus. Uprising Youth and Community, a growing charity based in Ashford, Kent, that aims to support young people and families facing significant challenges, achieve improvements in life, resulting in personal and community transformation. I love it. The charity is based in the heart of the Stanhope Estate and runs numerous coordinated projects which work towards this exact transformation. Their aim is to invest in all aspects of people's lives to build authentic and lasting relationships. They want to be a place that can be trusted for help, advice, and where people can become part of a genuine community. The hub provides various activities for all age ranges, including a youth club, after-school club, homework club, job and employment drop-in, and a coffee morning. How amazing. It delivers dedicated programs across the school holidays, working in partnership with a variety of different companies and organisations. Oh, my actual life. I just love them. The Hub seeks to serve the community through these programs to support and build genuine, lasting relationships. That's within the home and outside of the home. How amazing is that? It's a charity doing all of that work. If you want to know more or you want to get involved, it's uprisinguk.org.uk. uprisinguk.org.uk for more information. Remember, folks, I'd love for you to get involved today. I'd especially like to hear your opinions or your facts or your stories, anything you want to share when I get into the juicy conversation with my guests later on today. And here's how you can do that. uk.iliveradio.com. We've got a live chat stream. You can jump on in that and have the conversation with us in the studio. You can call in and share whatever it is you want to share live. Mind your language though, and don't insult nobody. 0208 638 8503. That number again, 0208 638 8503. You can send a WhatsApp, text only, no nudes or anything like that, because we're not here for it. 07564, I'm in a weird mood today. 07564 265 257. That WhatsApp only number again, 07564 265 257. Or you can get at us across our social media if you'd like to. It's iLiveUK. Finally, before I play you some more music, before I get into the recommendations for you, if you want to be a guest on my show, I would love to hear from you. You've got to be over the age of 16 and it has to be something positively focused, but I'm here for everything. It's a positively driven show, but I say this all the time. I don't shy away from real talk. So if we have to go there, let's go there. Okay. So drop me an email to iliveradio@iliveradio.com. Put in the subject box, Get Amplified. Or if you want to contact me directly, you can do at Charley Jai UK on Instagram. CharleyJaiuk. Charlie's the first name, Jai is the surname. So feel free to always call me Charlie. Nothing more than that.
Down south, hood baby, make all the girls go crazy.
Go stupid. You smart like an A+ student.
Right now, looking for your love right now. La 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 la. Up, down, all around. Turn my stomach upside down. La la la.
I found your hair tie in my car. I could only drive so far without a breakdown. Baby, you're the queen of hearts. You know how to play your cards. You keep them face down. Ooh, I miss your face. No, looking at the pics, it's scrolling way down. Wishing I could fix all my mistakes. I wish I could erase you. Girl, I can't replace you. The one that got away. Girl, your energy feels so heavenly. Make me feel like la 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 la. You a melody, put to memory. It goes something like la 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 la.
Down south, hood baby, make all the girls go crazy.
Go stupid. You smart like an A+ student.
Up, down, right down, looking for your love right now. La 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 la. Up, down, all around. Turn my stomach upside down. La 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 la. Girl, your energy feels so heavenly. Make me feel like la 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 la. You a melody, put to memory. It goes something like la 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 la.
ATG Music. See you with your new babe. Wrong town the other day, like she was on fire. Don't I compare myself to any girl, no, but she ain't all bad. Not even that. Who
It's your boy Easy. Yeah. Are you ready? If you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. Where I no go do you, basa, baby, trust in me. When you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. Where I no go do you, basa, baby, trust in me. I go do your body like skin tight. Where I go do by your side. 10 times when I don't get to sneak out. You did by my side. So make I do your body like skin tight. Where I go do by your side. Cause 10 times when I don't get to sneak out. You did by my side. Oh na 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 na. Hey, my baby. Nobody show me love like my baby. You be the only one for me. Only one for me. You be the only one that I need. Sick of when I know be cheap. You know they run away, you stay with me. Baby now I don't they eat. Make you don't run away, stay with me. Come here, you were meant to be. If you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. When I no go do you, basa, baby, trust in me. When you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. When I no go do you wrong, no, baby, trust in me. And I go do your body like skin tight. Where I go day by your side. 10 times when I don't get to sneak out. You be there by my side. Make I do your body like skin tight. Where I go day by your side. Cause 10 times when I don't get to sneak out. You there by my side. Oh na 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 na. Hey, my baby. Oh, sweet you. Hey, my baby.
Love to love ya. If you give your heart, baby, love to love ya. Never make you cry, but love to love ya. Forever, baby, love to love ya. Make we bond cool like that. Love to love ya. I go through your body like skin tight. Where I go there by your side. 10 times when I know get sicker. Where you there with me, I go there your body like skin tight. Where I go there by your side. 10 times when I know get sicker. Where you there with me, oh na 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 na.
Show me the go, show me the go, show me the go, show me the go, baby now put it on me and make I see. Show me the go, show me the go, show me the go, show me the go, baby now put it on me and make I see. Baby put it on me and make I see.
Jules, baby.
Mr. Easy there with Skin Tight. What a tune. Before that, you had 4 Minutes by my girl Monique Laws. And then up before that, Upside Down by JVKE. I've just had a friend ask me if I can share this. And of course I can. I don't know why this escaped me today. In all, 1,385 arts organisations, including theatres and theatre companies, galleries, museums and art centres, have been given money to help them survive the pandemic. Finally, the funding is from a £500 million grant scheme that forms a central part of the government's £1.57 billion Culture Recovery Fund. That is great news for everybody working in media and entertainment, actors, dancers, singers, musicians, Aliyal. So big up yourselves. I love that. This is Get Amplified. I'm Charley Jai. You're locked into iLive Radio UK. The time now is 4:43. I feel like a long time has passed at the same time, a short amount of time. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm in a great mood nonetheless. Let's get into the recommendations. I've got how many for you for this week? So the first one, top of the list, Chadwick Boseman, a tribute for a king on Disney Plus. I'm going to assume you've already seen this. If not, don't worry, because it will remain available indefinitely, apparently, unless things change. You know how it goes with these networks. Chadwick Boseman, a tribute for a king, Disney Plus. It features key figures in the film and media industry paying the greatest respect to the man he was and the unmatched legacy he has left behind. It's really, really beautiful. It's really touching. I can't remember the name of the female presenter that hosts it, but she's amazing. She's been in the industry for the longest time. She's such a veteran, but it's really, really, really insightful. And like I said, just so touching, really moving. So do check that out if you haven't already. Add it to your watch list. The second recommendation for you is nature. Go outside and go outside often. Again, I'm seeing a lot of complaints all over social media about this particular season, and I get it. But such was the level and the depth of these complaints and the whinging and the negativity that I had to take a whole day off from social media. So yesterday, I just didn't bother. I think I went on in the morning to say hey, and then I came off. But go outside often, people, seriously. At times when it's quiet, leave your phone on silent or leave it at home. And if you cannot get outside, watch nature programs. Honestly, nature is so good for the mind. Just listening to birds chirping or watching a nature documentary, anything like that. Just indulge in it. Give yourself a break from the madness. We need it. It's necessary for your mind as well as your emotional well-being, okay? Tap into some nature. Your third recommendation is sea salt and coconut body scrub. This comes from, I was having a brief chat with a friend of mine, Simone, on Instagram via the DMs, because she was asking for recommendations to help her skin. And I said to her, try sea salt and coconut body scrub. And I thought, why not include that in the recommendations? It's amazing. I've been using it consistently for a whole year now, and it is great for smoothing and moisturizing the skin. Real talk. So I highly recommend you give it a try. I use it once or twice a week. And like I said, I've done that consistently for about a year. And the difference with my skin is noticeable. It really is. I love it. My final recommendation for you, this is a no-brainer, and I know a lot of people are not about it, because up until 2 years ago I wasn't about it either, but porridge for breakfast. It keeps me going until lunchtime, literally. Prior to having porridge for breakfast, I would be snacking from 9 a.m. because I'm a 4 a.m. gal. A lot of people know that. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I crack on with my day. So I have my breakfast pretty early. I think by about 6 o'clock I've had my breakfast. So come 9 a.m., I want something else because my breakfast was just a nonsense. Let's be real. But now I have porridge. I think, what's the brand? Is it Quaker Oats? I want to say Quaker Oats, and it's the golden syrup one. You just pop it in for 2 minutes. It's so good. But yeah, if you're not into it, then try that particular brand, Quaker Oats, the honey syrup one or whatever it's called. Have your porridge for breakfast. Stay going until lunchtime. No snacking. It's so good. As always, if you have any recommendations for me, I would love for you to share them at Charley Jai UK over on the Instagram. It can be absolutely anything. Could be food, could be places to visit, things to do during this particular crazy season. Anything. Let me know. I'm here for it. Let's get into some more music.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ngilondoloze, ambenami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ngilondoloze, ambenami, zungangishilana. Oluwabona ojú ní ẹni tèjú sórí. Time see me solo. Láti ìkọ̀rọ̀ sí gbòòrò, down to Ìkòròdú.
Dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilondoloze, Ambenami, Zungangishilana, Oluwabona. I'm not perfect, I came from ruthless times. I said juvenile, Ilondoloze. Tomaka emo woro, oti woro si woro, èmi wọ́n wá mi ní gbòòrò, tójú kò ojú ní ẹni tèjú sórí. Time see me solo, láti ìkọ̀rọ̀ sí gbòòrò, down to Ìkòròdú.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilondoloze.
Badu, hallelujah, hallelujah, oh oh. Jaro, jaro, hey, jaro, jaro, jaro. Okay, yes, you they do as them they do. Oh, God, do it, thing, you know. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. As you come this life alone, hey, that's so you go live this life alone. No. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. Oro hello, Oluwa, Luwa. Oro mi lowo, Oluwa, Luwa. He can give and take away, but every day now forgive away. Baba say make a day happy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby di day, oh baby di day. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby di day, oh baby di day. Hallelujah, baby di day, oh baby di day. If you talk, you must do. And when you lie, we don't be good. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. When they say you done the no, brother, keep my money low. Don't let anybody know. The money go give you fix with that. Oro hello, Oluwa, Luwa. Oro mi lowo, Oluwa, Luwa. He can give and take away, but every day now forgive away. Baba say make a day happy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby di day, oh baby di day. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby di day, oh baby di day. jaro, 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 oh, jaro, jaro, jaro.
Now me the mix and master.
Your body drive me crazy. Your body need a license fit. Your body are too tight and neat. Anybody who got eyes can't see. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me. 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 Listen, you've been missing since 2016. Squid tell me one fix things. You know that's my assistant. When she speak, I listen. She swears you're my missus. I say we think different. I see why your heart's icy. Come baby, come try me. Who you gonna love if you run by me, oh? Ready? Too many twists and turns, yeah. Love the way you twist and turn, yeah. Maybe call me I too fry, I get burned, yeah. Love the way you twist and turn, yeah.
Your body drive me crazy, your body need a license fee. Got your body at the tight and neat. Anybody who got eyes can't see. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me.
Yeah, bad girl that.
She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me. She just wanna dance and tease me.
Yeah, dance and tease. You cool like the Highland breeze. Me know what you want and need. Bend over, hug up and squeeze. You used to say you didn't know love. I used to say you need to grow up. I know you know. Say you want broke it off though. And I know, you know. You want wine fast and you wine slow. Me remember the first night when I get freaky, when I get naughty. Before that we a chill with Noel and party, a Jordan party. Girl, your body was so clean. You did a weird Versace. Pack it up high, you look right. Your body drive me, oh God.
Your body drive me crazy. Your body need a license fee. Got your body at the tight and neat. Anybody who got eyes can't see. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me. She just wanna dance and tease me.
Dance and tease me.
Now you want to run like an Olympic. After you dance for me and have my hips stiff. Yeah. No fair, no cash. Because too many times you said yes and it never go nowhere. Yeah, I see why your heart's icy. Come baby, come try me. Everybody never come run by me, yeah. Look how you twist and turn, yeah. Look how you twist and turn, yeah. Baby, my eye up burn the way you twist and turn, yeah. Look how you twist and turn, yeah. Your body drive me crazy, yeah. Your body need a license fee. Got your body at the tight and neat. Anybody who got eyes can't see. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me. She just wanna dance and tease. She just wanna dance and tease me. She just wanna dance and tease me.
Dance and tease me.
As ready? I'm too busy raving. As always, not ready for my own tunes. What's wrong with me? Twist and Turn featuring Drake. That's by Popcorn. Party Next Door on that track as well. Before that, you had Jaho by Kiz Daniel. And on top of that, Jerusalem featuring Burna Boy, Master UKG. I'm loving the music and I really hope you are too. You're locked in to Get Amplified on iLive UK. My name is Charley Jai, and like I said, I hope you're loving the vibes of the show. I really, really am. You know what I tried to do? I tried to set it up nice for Nita, because her show at 7 p.m, Catch a Vibe, is always on point. So I tried to keep the energy going to get you in the mood, get you ready for her show. I've got my guests coming up real soon. Caroline and Yinka, two very good friends of mine, very special people in my life. We're going to be talking about all things black and brown women in the workplace, running your own business, female friendships, and so much more. So make sure you do keep it locked. There's so much that I'm likely to reveal because I'm no longer employed by anyone. And I do have a lot of stories about previous places that I've worked, both in the commercial and corporate sector. And while I'm not going to mention any names because it's not about that, I really am going to go to town with some of the stories because I think certain people need to know. And if you want to get involved, please do. We'd love to have you. It's uk.iliveradio.com for the live chat stream. 0208 638 8503 to call in live into the studio. 07 564 265 257 for a WhatsApp. And it's iLive UK across all social media. As I said, we'd love to have you follow us. So please do go over to social media and give us a follow.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
This is Lisa Banton, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hey, this is music producer Reggie Marks, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way that you listen to radio.
This is Noel Gordine. You're listening to
iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
You're listening to Get Amplified with Charley Jai on iLive Radio UK.
Nobody can
thanks to Jehovah, call on his name. Make his deeds known among the peoples. Declare that his name is exalted. Sing praises to Jehovah, for he has done magnificent things. Let this be made known in all the earth. That scripture is Isaiah 12 verses 4-5, and it's taken from the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures. And in case you're wondering, you are still listening to Get Amplified. It is me, Charley Jai, and you're locked in to iLive UK. It's only right that after that track, Say Yes, featuring Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, although the main artist on the track is Michelle Williams, that I read you a scripture. I'm joined in the studio now by my good friends Caroline and Yinka. We're about to get into it, people. And like I said, if you want to join us, please do. uk.iliveradio.com for the live chat stream. 0208 638 8503 if you'd like to call in. Or send us a WhatsApp text 07564 265 257. And we are iLive UK across all social media. Ladies, hello. How you doing?
Hey.
Come right in close to the mic so that we can hear you. Almost like you're going to lips up the mic, but don't. You got to come really close, otherwise I can't hear you. Caroline, what you saying, girl?
Hey, girl.
You good?
I'm good.
Yinka?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry,
Yeah?
I'm really nervous, guys, but I'll loosen up, I promise.
Okay.
Loosen up.
As long as you're as close to the mic as possible.
Okay.
There we go. So there's a lot we're going to be talking about today.
Yes.
I think it's really, really important that the dialogue be open about all things black and brown, all the struggles.
Yes.
It's only right. We can't expect for things to get better if we're not being open and honest about the problems that there are. And that's external as well as within the community, as far as I'm concerned. And what I will say is, obviously, your girls know. Say what you want to say, but be mindful of the position that you're in terms of your own employment and all the rest of it. We know that I'm out here with nobody. Once again, I'm in a situation where me have nothing, no job.
You're somebody.
I'm a somebody, real talk, but I've got no job at the moment, so there's no employer to tell me nothing. So even though I'm not going to drop names and name places, I'm going to give real scenarios, and there might be some people listening that will know those places and those people. Oh well. So let's get into it. We'll start nice. So you're both working in the corporate sector, but Caroline, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about the job you do, your day job.
Yeah, sure. So I work as a communications professional. So I currently sort of communicate to our residents about community safety, how to keep themselves safe, their personal safety safe, etc., etc. But currently, I've been seconded to lead on Black History Month communications.
Wow.
Which I'm absolutely loving. I'm loving.
Okay.
Because I just recognise how important it is for our Black community leaders, Black professionals to be spotlighted in terms of just showcasing the great things they're doing. So I'm really loving that. So I started that early September, and that's right through to the end of October. So that's me at the moment.
Nice. But I mean, outside of that, you do have two other businesses. You've got She Is You, which you've co-founded, and then you've also got I Am Adored. So tell us a little bit about She Is You.
Yeah, absolutely. So Charlie, I've been doing this for a minute.
A
minute. For about 7 to 8 years now.
Yes.
And those who know me will always associate me with She Is You. Absolutely love that work. So passionate about it. Essentially what it is empowering young women. So we do workshops just to raise the confidence and self-esteem of young women. We ensure that they have a community, a safe environment where they can talk about the things that matter to them. We're a sisterhood. We connect them to opportunities. We help them sort of with resources as well, just to broaden their horizons so they can believe anything is possible, really, and just achieve their full potential. So that She Is You, and then
it's amazing. I mean, don't just breeze over it. That She Is You. Honestly. No, it's an amazing enterprise, organization, business. It's all things positively focused, doing the right things at the right time for the right young women.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. It's not just that She Is You. No, it's a big deal. And I've met some of these young women both in person at an event years ago that you invited myself and Yinka to speak at. Yeah. That's how Yinka and I met. And then recently, obviously, I've done the Zoom with them. So they're impressionable young women. They're amazing young women. And they're being made more amazing by what you're doing for them with She Is You. So it's not that She Is You. She Is You is a big thing.
I know, that's true.
And if people want to, connect or find out more, how do they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're on all social media platforms as She Is You UK. So at She's You UK across Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and our website she'syou.co.uk, so you can find us there.
Brilliant. Please do, especially if you've got young women that are in your family or just young women that you know of that could benefit from something so positively focused, because it will uplift them and give them the motivational and inspirational boost that they need to go out into the world and do what they want to do. That self-belief is so important.
Absolutely.
So tell us about I Am Adored. Can I just say though, real quick, how about I was a model for I Am Adored?
Come on now.
Outside of the country. Was it Rome? Was it?
Yeah,
it was Rome.
It was Rome, actually. Look at that, man. But not only that, you've been a model for me in London as well. We've had some spots in London. Yeah.
Really?
Where did we go to? Somewhere around Central. A couple of spots.
Me?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't remember that one.
You've been modelling from day, honestly. But that's how we start out as small businesses. You know, you do what you can with what you have.
Yeah.
So, so I'm Adored is sort of just affirmational jewelry. So I love jewelry. I love hand jewelry. I'm Adored is a platform where we provide sort of affordable jewelry for women, and the profits from I'm Adored actually go into She Is You. So it allows us to run more free workshops for young women. So that's what I'm Adored is about.
I love it. I just love the fact that you're so positive in everything that you do. It's a word that people kind of band about, and it's kind of like, it becomes exhaustive. But when people really are about it, and you can see that in everything they do, it makes all the difference. You naturally just kind of stand up and just hold yourself differently, and you start thinking positively. So I love the fact that She Is You for young women, for them to inspire them, and then you've got the jewelry I Am Adored, maybe for the more mature woman, but they're affirmation pieces of jewelry. Like, who does that? It's so good. So tell people where they can find your jewelry.
Yeah, thank you. So again, at I Am Adored UK. That's across Twitter, Facebook and Instagram again, and the website is IamAdoredUK.com. So
amazing. Beautiful. And she is Caroline on Instagram. She forgets that one. She is Caroline, and she's recently started posting again, and the content's quite buff, so I would go over and give her a follow. So shout out to you, girl. I love it. Yinka, let's come to you. Tell us a little bit about your day job, girl.
So I'm in the corporate mix. So I work within banking. I've been working in banking now for far too long, about 10 years plus. So I work within anti-financial crime. So
lovely.
That's in terms of preventing money laundering, terrorist financing, fraud, and all things criminal activity.
Wow.
And that's ensuring that the bank has the necessary internal controls in place, and that I do around the governance around that and reporting to board in relation to our risks or inherent risks.
Wow.
I say. So yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
So for this current role, 1.5 years.
Wow. Do you enjoy it?
I do.
You do? Great.
I do to an extent.
Okay.
It's banking, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some days of like any kind of job, it's like monotonous, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So yes, that's me. Really.
Amazing. But I mean, outside of that, real talk, if you could, you would be living the dream probably as a travel influencer, because you do love your traveling, Yel.
I love.
You've been everywhere. Tell us about some of the places that you've been to.
Okay, so I've been to 33 countries currently. Wow. Some of the places I've been to is Japan, China, Panama, Singapore, the Caribbean. I'm trying to think of really obscure places. Prague, Luxembourg, France. Wow. I've been. You've been about.
Thailand, do you have a favourite country that you've been to so far?
Oh, so I did a top 5 last year,
yeah.
And it was actually not last year, the year before, when I was hitting 30 countries.
Right.
Panama, and I really liked Panama because who goes to Panama? No
right.
one picks a holiday destination to go to Panama, and I was fortunate to go because my dad was working out there.
Yeah.
And it was just such a tale of two cities in terms of that. You've got like it's just the culture, like the Spanish culture. Obviously, there was a lot of black and brown people, and it was just embracing not anyone particularly staring at you.
Right, nice.
So it's not like,
Yeah.
oh,
Spot the black.
black girl.
Yeah.
And on the other side of that, so you've got like the city built up, you know, a lot of culture, a lot of historical connotations,
Yeah.
and then on the other side you've got beautiful islands you can fly out to.
Nice.
And we went to an island called Contradora, and it had like 7 beaches. It was the spectacular. Hardly anyone was on the beach. I think it was like a population of 150 people max. And you went round the island in a golf cart buggy. So
That's really cool.
It has to be one of my top ones. But also Vietnam, again, a country I'd never dreamed of stepping in, but it was because one of my really good friends lives out there, and it's like you step into like a time warp of like when the Vietnamese got conquered by the French, and it's literally just like a historical time capsule.
Wow.
And it's just got amazing beauty, food. It was just and I can't wait to actually go back. So they're probably
amazing.
my top 2, to be fair.
Good for you. I love that. But you definitely, if that could be your full-time gig, that's what you...
100%. I will at one point.
I mean, I didn't even finish the sentence.
No, 100%.
She's about it.
Really struggling to be in the country at the moment.
Yeah,
like, kind of battling with whether, I guess, to take the risk due to the fact we're in COVID to fly, but obviously I don't want to die, so it's kind of just like or put anyone in in jeopardy of health. So I just don't really.
That's very important.
So a lot of wanderlusting at the moment.
I mean, what I mean, I don't advocate this, but what I'm hearing from people that are traveling, people that I know, is that they have first had a test, waited to get the results, and they go. The only thing is that, you know, the time between sort of like taking the test and getting the result, when the result comes back and if it says, you know, well, you don't have it, well, in between whatever time you sent it off, do you know what I mean? So it is tricky, but I guess, you know what, if you are taking the necessary precautions for yourself and for others, do you?
100%. And
you know what I mean? Because we got to live our life at the end of the day.
I've had a couple of friends that have gone to like Greece or Italy. Obviously, Italy have been on lockdown and they're very stringent when it comes to wearing face masks and making sure that you're social distancing. But again, it's kind of like this corridor business changes each day. You could be fly, like for example, I know a friend booked a birthday trip to Turkey, and by next week it was like you're now having to quarantine for 14 days. So it's kind of just like
tricky.
It's quite tricky.
The risk factor is kind of high.
100%. So it's kind of like just stay put and just behave yourself and just look at your photos.
Yeah, exactly. And when we've got nice weather in the UK, there are some decent spots in and around
100%.
London that we can go and check out. Let's get into it then. Let's talk about black and brown women in the workplace, because it's been sort of like an under the radar type of conversation. Black and brown women have the conversations, but we don't tend to do well. Let me take myself out of the equation, because I do. It's probably why I'm never in a job. But we don't we don't have those conversations with our white colleagues. We don't. When certain things are going down, and you know that you're being targeted, even though you've done nothing wrong, you kind of just go along with it, or you kind of just say, oh, okay, and you go and make amends and all that, even though you're not the one at fault. And too many times it is black and brown women that have those stories. It's not any other race. So it's a problem. It's an issue. It is racism. And it's about time we talked about it, because it's not okay. Whether, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, whether these white people realise, these white people who are racist, realise what they're doing or not, the fact is it's there, it happens, it's happening too often. So it is a big problem. Has there ever been a time, Caroline, in any place of work, let's not focus on where you are now, obviously, because you're loving it there and it is all good, but in any previous workplaces where you felt that something that's happening that's being directed at you, or where you're the target, is literally because you are of a particular complexion?
Do you know, that's an interesting question, because if I'm to be completely honest, I never really want to play the race card. But with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, I've been forced to think about my own work history and career. You know, in a different way. And I'm just like, do you know what? Actually, when this happened and when that happened, maybe it was because of the colour of my skin. You know, and I just thought, oh, it's because I'm not working hard enough, or my white counterpart is more talented than me, or whatever it might be. But then I was like, do you know what? Actually, this instance and that instance, I think it was probably because I was black. And a lot of the workplaces that I've been in, I have, unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to, you know, I've been the token black girl. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been the token black person. And so it's been really tricky trying to navigate certain work environments when you are the only black person. And I look back and I think, actually, it was quite difficult for me just to try and what's the words? Kind of conform.
Yeah.
You know, try to conform, try and be accepted in a way.
Yeah.
To be seen upon as being professional. You know, you almost want to kind of like change like who you are, because if you come across too real, or, you know, however you want to put it, then they might not receive you in the most appropriate way, you know? And I think back on that and I'm like, actually, why is that? So I guess that's a whole different ballgame. But to answer your question, I think definitely there's been certain situations when I think about my work history and my experience that I've had to deal with certain things because of the colour of my skin. Yeah, absolutely.
Can you give any sort of like examples, obviously without being too detailed? I mean, I don't want you to expose anyone, but I would happily expose people. I'm not going to play.
Back now. Do you know what, Charlie? I think this example is probably not to do with race, but it was to do with ageism. Age discrimination.
Yeah, okay.
Age discrimination.
Right.
So I don't know whether this is relevant or not, but I'm trying to be careful not to kind of like call people out. But let me just tell the truth. So what happened was when I started off my career, I was working in a TV company. I started off as a receptionist. Charlie's making faces.
Because the story that I'm going to give that you know about, where it's a TV company. Yeah. Anywho, go on with the thing.
Oh my days. And I started off obviously straight off the back of university. Graduated when I was 20, so you know I'm a July baby, so I'm always the youngest. Anyhow, my first job I was like around 21, 22. And I was really passionate, you know, had all the skills, joined this TV company, started off as a receptionist, and I noticed that there was a gap in terms of programming for young people. So I had this idea to just do programming for young people, talk about all the great stuff that they're doing. I've always been a young people advocate anyway. I produced a program, directed, did all the things. Obviously, it was a small TV company, but I did all the parts. And there was a senior lady that came in, black lady, from the BBC. And she came in to kind of like change the culture of the organisation and everything like that. Anyhow, I'd sort of produced maybe like 5 or 6 episodes of this particular pilot program for young people.
Yeah.
And she came in and she said to me, you can't be credited as the producer on this program because you don't have a track record of things that you've done.
Wow.
And you're only 22.
Wow.
Those were her words.
Let me tell you something. Those were her words. But me being blue-eyed, young, naive, oh yeah, okay.
Oh no.
And you know when you work in TV, right? Credits are like gold
it's
dust.
Everything.
Like
it's
what
everything.
You go down, so you know the credits at the end. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That is your gold dust. That's your work.
And that's how you start, by doing exactly
100%.
what you did.
100%.
Let me tell you. She said, no, you can't go down as the producer. You go down as the researcher.
Not even a first day deal or
Let
anything.
me tell you.
Lie.
This was a black lady, probably my mum's age, maybe 20 years my senior.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, maybe she was threatened by me. I don't know how you can be threatened by me, but she wanted me to go down as a researcher. What did I go down as a? Researcher.
So who went down as the
Of course
she did. Wow.
That's
I
awful.
can't remember if it was her, but it was someone else. Someone that was more senior, that had more experience. But at the time, I didn't know.
It's interesting because what you produced was clearly good enough to go out, to be broadcast,
100%.
but not good enough for your name to be attached to it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how things go down in TV. Yinka, do you have any stories about, any kind of racism that you've experienced in previous workplaces, not your current space?
To be fair, I'll get onto my current workplace because I think that's the most positive. It's the most
amazing
positive environment when it comes to being a black woman.
Okay,
to be fair, for
great.
Myself. Yes, obviously working in corporate, especially in banking, most of the time you're going to be surrounded by your white counterparts, and just as Caroline highlighted, you're probably going to be most time the only black female. And I think it's more about microaggressions,
girl,
as well as it's kind of like, oh, okay, so where do I start? So there's
from the beginning.
So there was one company, a payments company I used to work for, and I left one job before that because I absolutely hated the environment and I don't like being boxed in, and it was just too stringent. And I know that sounds really silly, but it was like you couldn't talk to the person next to you. You had to talk to a certain person. I don't work like that.
Yeah, same.
So I left that job and went to another job, and it was 3 girls, and it was a mixture of culture. So I was the only black person within the company, as well as being a black female. So it was my white counterpart, an Asian of Indian descent as well as a Asian in terms of like Oriental.
Right.
And obviously they'd built up a really good like rapport with each other.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like the outsider coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just felt that I felt in myself that I wasn't good enough at first to be there.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, because I've got the experience and the knowledge and I can do this job with my eyes closed. But every time I'm seen to be asking questions, it's met with kind of like, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then like, to cut a long story short, it came that we ended up having a big blowout.
Wow.
In a meeting.
Yeah.
Because she was just one of the girls who was very prominent in terms of exerting her authority, even though she wasn't senior.
Right.
Was kind of like, you're not pulling your weight. And I just felt like really ganged up upon. And as soon as I raised my issues now, it's I feel attacked.
Yeah.
And that's where the microaggressions come in terms of I feel attacked because a black girl is now speaking and actually putting her point across.
Yeah.
And you don't like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for that, I got actually fired.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was kind of like the manager was away and it was kind of just like, I
That's
think
crazy.
it's best. If I said, you know what, actually, no, I am going to leave because I don't want to work in an environment like this.
Yeah.
And for that, I left. That one.
That's
and there was
crazy.
another one. I had a HR issue with
HR.
management.
HR. Oh my
HR.
goodness. HR.
I had an issue where something had gone on within my team. I'm trying to move to a new job, and I didn't like the way she tried to pull me up about like something she didn't like on my CV.
Okay.
And so we've had this conversation, and all of a sudden it's kind of because I've again trying to fight your corner for your job. It's now she didn't tell me at the time it was she felt that she felt I was being aggressive, but she told my manager that she felt
of course
I was
she
being
did. Of course she
and
did.
intimidating. And I said, my manager's like, I know you. Actually, my manager had my back on this.
Nice.
And I was just like, me, be aggressive. She's like, oh, the pen dropped and you went and so I can't go and the pen dropped off the table, so I can't go and reach for it.
Come on.
Like it's microaggressions. And
Yeah.
I don't and it's kind of like white people also, or people that are not of the black and brown hue, don't understand that my undertones of what I say is what I say. It doesn't mean nothing else.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's kind of like you could be across the boardroom shouting at me. And I remember one manager in that the way I never felt so small. And I said to him, let me tell you something. Don't ever in your whole entire life talk to me like that again.
Yeah.
Don't think because you're senior, and this is again when white people in that kind of seniority, they think they can look down upon you because you're trying to again start a career.
Yeah.
And especially in banking, and especially what I wanted to get into, and what I'm still veering towards, it's kind of like you're trying to navigate. You've never, we don't as black women and as black people get the opportunity to navigate in these kind of environments, especially in financial crime, and try to obviously go from being like the operational stuff to more second line advisory.
And it is
stuff.
entirely historical
100%.
association because
100%.
Obviously, going way back, 1619, all them slaves, they had to be, when it got to the point where it's just, this is too much for us now. What are you doing? Of course, they became aggressive. They're fighting for their life quite literally. So we're battling that today. We don't walk into a new job with aggression. We don't. But there's a way that a black and brown person carries themselves, holds their self, will be ready to defend themselves, that will come across, and that white person knows you are not being aggressive. They know they have put you in a position that you're going to have to fight. What are you supposed to do? Stand there with tears in your eyes and just say, please, can I no. You're going to fight for your job because you believe in yourself. You know you're not the one that's in the wrong here. Why should you not stand up for yourself? Forget the colour of your skin. You're a human being. Do you know what I mean? And I remember I've got two stories. I'll give one and we're going to go to break, and then I'll give the other one on the other side because it's a lot. But I've got one scenario where I was working in a workplace, and on my very third day, I'll never forget, the manager, who is white, came up to me. So I'm a receptionist. I've done lots of receptionist roles, and I'm still learning. And when I say learning, not learning how to do the job of a receptionist, learning the ways of the business, right? Because you can be a receptionist. It's so easy in terms of picking up a phone and whatever else, but you have to learn how do they work, what do they need, when do they need it, just the basic operations, right? So you're on your third day and you're still learning. So a bunch of emails had been left undone by the previous girl, right? These are emails that went back months, but I came in early. Imagine when you're doing a receptionist job, the average start time is about 9:30 or 10. But I'm the kind of person, especially because I get up at 4 a.m., I'm good to come in at 7. I'm not asking for nothing extra. I'm doing myself a favor. I want to get ahead, right? Because then it makes the learning easier, etc. So I'm in at 7 o'clock. She's seen that I've been coming in at 7 o'clock. I come in at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. It was my third day. And I'm just getting on with everything. I finished those final 2 emails. I'm tidying up, cleaning out the cupboards, doing things that are beyond my role. But I don't mind because it's a new job and you know what I mean? And literally she says to me, good morning. Morning, hey. It's very early. It's 7:30. Yeah, it is. I've been in at 7 a.m. today, yesterday, day before. I didn't know am I not supposed to come in? I mean, you know, there are things that are happening and we're thinking that it's kind of happening in between the night time and the early hours of the morning. And, you know, it just might not be a good idea for you to be in this early. Sorry? What are you talking about? Well, I mean, just yesterday a mobile phone was stolen, and it might be a case of that, you know, we're going to have to, you know, just kind of question you about that. And sorry?
But the thing is, I don't like about that. Instead of coming out and actually having a conversation, and that's the thing. This is what I'm saying in terms of the whole microaggression.
Yeah,
be
that's
honest.
the point I was going to get to.
Okay, so you're actually coming to me to ask me. I need to investigate because the fact that there's a mobile phone that was stolen.
Well, to get to my point, it was a lie. It was a complete lie.
Oh.
What I'd found out was she was the receptionist before me. When I interviewed for the job, she was away. She'd been given a promotion, right? So at the time that I got the job and I start the job, she's away. But the promotion she got was not what she wanted. And it's very similar to another story I'm going to tell you. But I mean, you know this story, Caroline. But essentially, she went into like an assistant for whatever one of the directors. She did not know that was, she thought she was going to be some boss person. So for her now, all she can see is I'm in that reception role. And this particular company, I can't name them, I'm still good friends with some of them. This particular company, as the receptionist, you actually run the joint. You do. You're kind of running their diaries. You're telling them when they can go for lunch, when they cannot. Do you know what I mean? So she loved that. It was ownership. She's running the joint. And she thought that she was going into a senior role. How she misunderstood, I don't know. So she was doing anything she could do to try and get me out of that job. And I found out that 2 previous girls that had worked there before me, she'd done the same thing, and they'd both happened to be black. Suffice to say, I made sure that when I bounced, she had to bounce because I don't play. Anyway, this is iLive Radio UK that you're locked in listening to. This is Get Amplified with me, Charley Jai, my good friends Caroline and Yinka. We're talking all things black and brown women in the workplace and so much more. When we come back on the other side, we're really going to get into it, folks. So keep it locked. The time now is 5:37.
I'll roll up, shorty, I'll roll up, it's your anniversary, isn't it? And your man ain't acting right. So you packing your diamond gear luggage up, calling my cell phone, trying to catch a flight. You know one thing straight, I'll be there, girl, whenever you call me. When you at home, that's your man. Soon as you land, you say it's all me. Cause shit ain't all G with him no more, you ain't entertained. Since I met you a couple months ago, you ain't been the same. Not saying I'm the richest man alive, but I'm in the game. As long as you keep it 100, I'ma spin this chain. Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly, don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I can be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I try to stay out your business, but on the real, you're so obvious. And if you keep fitting me in your plans of fucking up, your man's gonna get on us. That white sand surrounding us, he be handcuffing, he should work for them officers. If you rollin', I got a spot where I can put you on this medical and send you home doctored up. You wanna ride with me cause you say that he boring. Wake up, you rollin' weed, cooking eggs in the morning. Ain't scared to spend this money, I know I'll make more of it. First you was in the sky, now you say whenever you in orbit. Whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly. Don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I could be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. No matter where I am, no matter where you are, I'll be there when it's over, baby. Cause I was there from the start. No matter if I'm near, no matter if you're far, all you do is pick the phone up, lady, and I'll be there when you whenever call. You need me, whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly. Don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I could be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly. Don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I could be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up.
I was a lonely man, you can find me downtown, playing blues songs for anybody that comes around. Now they hear me sing, they want to come around. I've been waiting long for the sun to shine down. I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay.
Alright. Imagine that. Never gave it, now I'm giving back. Used to run around the flat saying rap. Now I got the whole festival saying that. Thinking about the youth that I've taxed. Now look at me paying VAT. I remember coming home to my bags. The door wasn't on the latch. My mom, I'll always love you for that. Only real women make a man. That's why I wanna give you more than a hand. That's why I wanna give you more than my bank. I just wanna see you fly, wanna bring back my nan. Wanna put you in the sky, give you land when you land. Still ain't met your new man. You better do you right before I turn this to a rap.
I was a lonely man, you can find me downtown, playing blues songs for anybody that comes around. Now they hear me sing, they want to come around. I've been waiting long for the sun to shine down. I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay.
If you live where I live, you'll understand why I do it big. Late night daydreaming about my kids. Till the day I die, they're the reason that I live. I just had to do it right, done a legit thing. I ain't just a role model in the business. Tell my baby mother don't cry for me. I just have to love you from a distance. And I'm still the man that's a little more clever. I trade the gram, switch them 4 letters. Just like Instagram makes things look better. When I hit the ground, I live forever. Live forever, I'm alright with that. Rolex on my wrist, good times are back. Can't get evicted, I can buy my flat. Life's so relaxed.
I was a lonely man, you can find me downtown, playing blues songs for anybody that comes around. Now they hear me sing, they want to come around. I've been waiting long for the sun to shine down. I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay,
Doing Okay, that's Wretch 32 featuring Jacob Banks. And before that, you had Roll Up by Wiz Khalifa. I'm Charley Jai. You're locked in listening to Get Amplified on iLive UK. It's your Tuesday drive time show, and I really hope you're enjoying it. Currently in the studio, I'm joined by two of my chums, Yinka and Caroline. They both work within the professional sectors, and we've been talking about the racism that we've experienced. Caroline actually mentioned ageism that she experienced in the workplace, but we're really gonna get into it now, because I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna keep it brief though, and I'm gonna try not to mention any names or anything like that, but I want to tell you guys about what happened to me when I was working at a particular TV company. I went in as a receptionist, and on my very, very first day, the person who had interviewed me, okay, this is a young black girl, by the way. She was in her early 20s. I was a little bit older than her. She'd interviewed me alongside the reception manager, white guy. So the two of them had interviewed me. They'd loved me and all the rest of it. Literally that same evening, they gave me a call and told me that I'd got the job. I remember telling Caroline about it. Then they tell me that they want me to come in a week earlier and start the gig. Okay, cool. So I go in and I start the job. Literally on my first day, as God is my witness, no word of a lie, because on the same day, again, I remember telling Caroline, like, is it me? What just happened there? I walk in, and the girl who had interviewed me alongside the manager, remember, this is a black girl, she was the person that I would be replacing. Once again, she'd received a promotion and she was going to go and be the PA to one of the directors for this TV production company. She was loving life. She was loving that she was going to get into this job, right? So I walk in and she sat on the reception desk, and stood opposite her at the other end of the reception desk is one of the runners. This runner's also black. And I walk in, I'm going to remind you, the girl on the reception desk who I'm replacing, she's one of the people that interviewed me. She gave me this job, right? I walk in and I say, morning, hey, and I say her name. She doesn't respond. She looks me dead in my eyes and she doesn't respond. The girl that's standing opposite the runner, again, black girl, she looks at me, looks me up and down, looks back at the girl on reception, and she says, oh, is this her? Now, anyone who knows me knows that I'm pretty fearless out here, man. Some people might say it's to my detriment, but I really am fearless. I don't take no nonsense, and I tell you why. As much as I might be a force to be reckoned with, I do everything I do with care and consideration. I have a huge heart, I really do, but I don't allow myself to be played. So for me, it doesn't matter that that's my first day. What matters is two things. Number one, why are you greeting me like that? I don't understand. Number two black girls. Two black girls, right? Now, I only lasted in this job, I think, for about 3 or 4 months, because literally that day was the beginning of a campaign of absolute hatred for me, and I don't know why. And every single day I was speaking to Caroline saying, do you remember? Yeah. I was speaking to you saying, I'm telling you all the scenarios, I don't know what's going on, don't know what I've done. But then it turned into this whole thing where not only were the black girls, remember they're younger than me as well, these black girls have this campaign of hatred against me. They're now going to the white managers and saying silly things like, Charlie didn't clean up in reception. Number one, that's not my job. And number two, again, if you know me, everything around me always has to be clean and tidy. So even if I didn't make the mess, I'm going to clean it. I'm not one of these precious people. I can get my hands dirty. Reception was never untidy. They started doing things like getting in just before me, leaving mess, taking pictures of the mess and going back to the It was mad what they were doing and what was going on. This is two black girls. But the white managers, they didn't want to hear anything I had to say. One of the lines that one of them said to me in her name, I'm going to say her name, Melissa, because she was the worst one. She turned around and said to me, but you know, Charlie, you know, when you do speak, you do come across aggressive. In what scenario? I asked her. Because I know when I say good morning, that's not aggressive. I know when I pick up the phone and I say, hello, welcome to, how can I help you? That's not aggressive. I know when I say, hi, can I get you a cup of coffee, a cup of tea? Would you like a biscuit with that? That's not aggressive. Right? So in what scenario, Melissa? Well, you know, the girls, referring to these two black girls, are saying that every time they try to speak to you, you're aggressive. Well, give me the scenario. And this is where my problem lies. I'm going to finish the story there because it goes on and on to the point where this company was shut down, right? They were shut down as a result of me exposing. Because what I do as well, I'm going to be real and put it out there, even though it might jeopardize any future opportunities. I'm that sort of person. I'm documenting because I've had too many experiences as a black person where people want to call me out for things I've not done. And they want to play that angry black woman card. I don't rock up angry. I rock up black. There's nothing I can do about that. But I don't rock up angry. You rock the boat and then I become upset. It's still not anger because I can hold it down, but I'm upset and I'm going to stand up for myself, right? So subsequently, all of the information and the evidence evidence. The evidence. That's why this place got shut down. I had evidence. I had WhatsApp recordings. I had WhatsApp messages. I had email. Don't play with me. And if you know you've got nothing to hide, if you know you are telling the truth, if you know that where you're coming from is genuine and real, you ain't got a problem communicating with me in that way, right? These people were doing mad things like trying to delete emails, intercept emails. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm a techie, so that's not going to work around me. Yeah. So I subsequently had them shut down. Yeah. I got my redundancy. I got a little payout, everything. I mean, they did really awful things. One of the things they did, they asked me to help out someone who was setting up an event, right, inside the building. Of course I will. I got no problem with that. Again, it's early in the morning. I'm in early. I got no problem helping you. So go and help this girl. Her name happens to be Charlie as well, white girl. We got on great. Loved this girl. Her energy was everything. As a result of having to help her, I think to myself, well, XYZ is going to be coming in at a certain time, and I know they need ABC. Let me line that up for them. But let me take my mobile phone, because if they need anything, how are they gonna, you know what I mean? So I'll do both. I go with her, and accidentally, as we're moving something, you remember this story? She knocks me, and my phone goes down the lift shaft. People, it's gone. The thing gone. R.I.P. It's a wrap. When I tell them, apparently I'm at fault. I did something wrong. I wasn't supposed to be where I was supposed to be. Can we just pause on this for a minute? Yeah. Because 2 weeks prior, when 3 of the white runners were in a similar position and one of them lost a piece of jewelry, well, everybody was looking for that piece of jewelry. Yeah. Everybody was talking about they'll compensate them. But my phone, I wasn't meant to be there. Sorry. Yeah. You asked me to help, and I said, sure, no problem. Yeah. So once again, it's not a case of black and brown people are always finding a reason to be upset. Black and brown people, no, these things are real and they happen. So I went to town with this particular company. Like I said, I'd been documenting everything that was happening to me. And I put all the evidence together. I sent it to those managers, including that Melissa woman. They had nothing to say or come back with. I bounced. They subsequently were shut down. Yeah. It's a real thing. And for me personally, these things don't need to happen, because it comes back to what I always tell everyone, my friends, my family, communication. If something is genuinely bothering you, speak on it. Don't start throwing me shade. I'm the wrong person. Don't start trying to make it look like I'm doing things that I'm not doing. I'm the wrong person. I'll tell you why I'm the wrong person, because I'm one of the realists out here. So there's no need, you know, to the point where, just sidetrack quite quickly, and I'm going to come into Caroline. When I was in school, I remember one of the teachers even said, these girls would try it. And one of the teachers said, do you know, what I know for a fact is that if Charlie said something about you, she'd say it to your face. I am not having any more of this. Literally, that was the teacher. And that was secondary school. I went to St. Angela's, an all-girls school. Yeah. And I was a loner by choice. I didn't want to be at Smoker's Corner. I didn't want to be chasing the boys. No, but real talk, I didn't. I was happy to be in the library studying my books. I always had my head down. Up to now, I love to learn. I'm a 40-year-old woman. You give me a subject to learn, I'm there for it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when that teacher had my back, I thought, yeah, it's true. And it stays with me, and I always use that. I'm that person. I will never chat about you behind your back. But if I have done, you best believe I already come to your face and done told you. Yeah. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm just not that person. Don't throw shade in my direction, and don't think you can start a war with me, because you will lose. You will. And I just don't understand when it becomes black women against black women. Yeah. We're going to get into that. We really, really are. And like I said, if you lot listening want to get involved, if you've got anything you want to share, don't be afraid. Do it. We want to hear from you. 2 of the best ways you can do that is uk.iliveradio.com. It's the chat stream, so you can get interactive on there. You can be anonymous if you want to change the name, or you can call me on the studio number 0208 638 850 with your stories if you want to share them. Ladies, I mean, what do you think when it comes to black women? I mean, let's move on from the obvious, but when it comes to black women, we 3 are black. Gonna say that. Black and beautiful. or brown. I know some, people got issues with black and brown, beautiful women. But within our own, there are sometimes issues for no good reasons. I mean, what is your take on that? I find it hilarious, but at the same time, it's really bad. I feel like it's one of the reasons why the black community are always struggling to achieve certain things, because we're just never consistently together. We're against each other a lot of the time. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Yinks.
It's a heavy one, but it's necessary. Do you know what I mean? We're not having these conversations within our community, and we need to. Yeah, same like colorism, we need to talk about it.
Absolutely. No, it's unfortunate. I feel like we're always pitching each other
against each. Yeah.
We're always pitching ourselves against each other. So in terms of like your situation that you were saying, it's kind of like, well, I feel intimidated by Charlie and I might just get her ousted in order to kind of get one up, and maybe I can look better in that light. Or I feel that it's survival of the fittest, and it shouldn't be like that, because there are other communities that don't work like that.
I tell you what, though, because I love that point, actually. I really love that point. The thing is with me, right, I'm so aware of me. I really am. I've always been like that. I'm so aware that I'm strong. I walk in confident. You know what I mean? And I never shy away from having to learn. I never pretend that I know it all. You know what I mean? I'm that woman that's just, let's just roll kind of thing. I've got no hang-ups. I've got no shame, no embarrassments, whatever. But when I walk into a new space, I'm overly aware of it. So it's not that I turn the volume down on me, but I'll sit back a little piece and let you do you. So for me, when I've rocked up in those situations and I'm still getting that same response, and it is black and brown women, I respond worse than if it was a white woman. I'm going to be real. I do. Right. I get my back up a little bit more because yesterday it was, oh, sis. And today it's a drama. I don't understand. But we don't have to be like
100%,
that.
But also not everyone's for each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the thing right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
That's the problem.
Especially amongst within the black community,
like
you say,
within
black women as well. It's like, for me, it's like everybody can fly, man.
Amen.
There's enough room for all 100%. Of us. But
amen.
When I see black women just behaving just wrong, like, especially when I feel like I haven't done anything wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
You've either told the truth,
I've told the
truth, you've tried to help.
I've tried to help,
and you're the enemy.
Exactly. Or I'm in the corridor, we've passed each other, I've even smiled at you, but I'm getting a dirty look in response. I'm thinking, what is going on?
Yes.
And if I'm to be completely honest, it's the other person. I mean, I take responsibility, but what it is that there's a lack of either self-esteem, or there's something going on with them in their minds. That's and that's the reason why they give off that behavior, you know. And I think they just feel like, I want to say they, but sometimes when black women behave in this way, it's because they're either threatened or there's just something. There's a lack of something going on.
Definitely, I agree with you.
And so it's just understand. I think, like you said, Charlie, just about being self-aware, and I think us taking responsibility for the energy that we give out, the way we feel about
100%,
ourselves,
100%,
and why we feel as though we have to be threatened by another black woman. No, there's
a quote by Trent Shelton that he runs with, and he says it all starts with you, and it's so true. If ever there's been because it's always that thing. I remember as well in school, in secondary school, I used to get annoyed a lot of the time because some of the teachers would always say, be the bigger person, Charlie, because you're the person that can just make everything okay. And it got to a point when I got to year 9, I started saying no, because I'm not responsible. And my mum taught me to take responsibility for what is mine. So I'm very good at holding up my hands if I'm wrong. I'm very good at showing up for the teacher to tell me off, for my mum to tell me off. It could be you right now. You know that. We've had conversations where you said, you know what, Charlie, you were a bit out of line. And I've listened to you, and you know what I mean? But it's true, and we've worked it out. But I'm just not the woman to play on the other side. Not anymore. I've done it. I can't do it anymore. Whether you're black, brown, pink, blue, I can't do it. You know you're in the wrong. So when you are push up your lip and all the rest of it, you're gonna have to go and sit in a corner with that, because I don't even see you from you doing that. Do you know what I mean? And it's interesting because it is like what you were saying. It will come from a place of care and consideration. You're trying to help someone, you're trying to help a group, or even at work, you might be trying to put something forward because you see actually there's a gap, or this could be beneficial for the team or something. And just because you were the person that brought that to the table, that other black woman, the only other black woman, wants to start with you.
It's really crazy.
It is.
It's like, how do we combat this issue though? Do we continue to just, obviously we can't just continue to ignore it.
No.
But when you're confronted with a woman like that, just acting off and you haven't done anything.
Right.
What do you do? Do you continue? Do you shower them with love? Do you continue to compliment them?
The thing
do you
is,
continue to be yourself?
I mean, for me personally, not that I can necessarily advise, but what I do is I continue with me as I am. When I know that I'm not in the wrong, right, and you're giving off an energy, I leave you to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be horrible to you, because I don't think any human being just deserves for someone to be horrid to them. So even though you're treating me with this off vibe, I'm going to leave you in your funk, and I'm just going to carry on doing me. That's all you can do, because here's the thing as well. We can't take on other people's energy. We can't take responsibility for other people's issues. We can't take responsibility for what you are lacking. Like, I don't even know what you're lacking, or if it is a lack, I don't know.
Right.
Because you're not communicating, and that's the issue. And on that note, communication is what we need to do.
It's key.
But if one person is willing to communicate and the other person isn't, what do you do? If one person, but it has to be this way, and the other person, it has to be that way, nobody's willing to meet in the middle, what can you do? This is why so many friendships, relationships, even within your families, things will break down and you'll never be able to resolve them, because one person is consistently saying, no, it must be this way. And that's it. You have to meet in the middle with absolutely everything, as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? And also, if you're big enough to sour grapes, you are big enough to show up for the conversations that need to happen so you can stop your sour grapes in. That's how I see it. No issue that ever comes between two people can't be figured out, in my opinion. It might take a long time. It might be hard. It might be challenging. There might be tears and tantrums or whatever, but you can work it out. I don't know why there's anyone anywhere who thinks they can't work out their issues. You really, really can. We're going to be back after the ads, people. Keep it locked.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Are you looking for that feel-good music? The kind of music that makes you want to share with your friends? Then you've been looking for iLive Radio, your #1 source for music lovers worldwide, playing a variety of hits from soul, reggae, gospel, jazz, hip-hop, funk, and everything in between. Download the iLive Radio app now and listen to us when you're on the go. Available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can also listen live on TuneIn and Alexa. iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Blaze, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
What up, though? This is your girl, Coco St. James, hailing all the way from Detroit, Michigan, USA, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to music.
This is Angela Johnson, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
iLive Radio.
iLive Radio.
Changing the way you listen to radio.
This is iLive Radio UK, and you're listening to Get Amplified with Charley Jai.
That's right, Charley Jai on the mic. It's iLive Radio UK, and this show is called Get Amplified. Loving the content on today's show, if I do say so myself. Got two of my chums in the studio with me, Caroline and Yinka, and we've been talking about all things black and brown women. And just before we went into the ads for the station, we were talking about how we feel in terms of friendships and in terms of just how black women, brown women can be with each other. And Yinka, off air, you made a really valid point. Do you want to share with us what you were saying?
Oh, just in terms of that, we have a good sense of unity when things are good with especially social media, for example.
Yeah.
Like, we're very unified as a group. And we can put like black women on a pedestal and highlight all the achievements and stuff. But I always feel that the point that someone makes a mistake and they're no longer on that pedestal, like, we have a really bad job of bringing our black women and men to be down. Like,
the cancel culture is very
but
don't get me started on our black and brown men.
We don't even cancel.
No.
It's just kind of like we need to cultivate those kind of relationships.
We do.
And as we get older and as we teach our children and our young black women, kind of young black girls, we need to have that sense of unity. That's what's missing.
And it can work. Definitely. I mean, collectively, we've been friends for over a decade. Wow. Do you know what I mean? Like a very long time. And I think there's been one bump in the road with you and I, and as in Caroline, I'm talking like people can see us. And it wasn't even really a bump in the road. It was just a kind of like a continuous cycle of something happening, and both of us just getting a bit fed up, but not to the point where we would ever not be. Could you imagine us not being friends? I can't. Like, we're sisters.
But my thing is with friendships, it's sometimes you just outgrow each other.
Yeah, you can do.
Sometimes you just have to accept that.
But still there's a way, to do that, if that makes sense. Because I know some Listen, a lot of my friends are guys, and I don't have any issues with my guy friends. I'm going to be real. There's never any drama, never any problems. I had Victor on the show the other day. We've been friends since we were 16 or 17, whatever it is, and we've never, ever had an issue or fallout or nothing. And then there's been some black girls and boy, the kind of things that we have fallen out over. It's like, really? It's strange. Even I don't know who's listening, and you know when it's like, but I'm going to be real. Even my own, like one of my own sisters, you know, she has an issue with me, and I've never known or understood what it is. Every year there will be something, and it's either that she will talk to me for maybe 2 weeks and then not the rest of the year, or she might talk to me for 2 months, and I never know what the whole family, no one knows what the issue is. And I remember one time moons ago, it was the month of April. It was a very sunny day. I'll never forget. We were either coming from or going to our cousin's daughter's christening, and the two of us, my sister and I, were in a bus stop. It was quite warm, and I remember saying to her, does she want me to get her a lolly? Back then it was all about the Twister lolly. Do you remember that? Did they still do? I think they still do that lolly. Yeah. So there was a shop across the road, and we were near our old school. So this is St Angela's in Forest Gate. So she was like, yeah. So I said, okay, cool. Obviously if the bus comes, don't get on it. Don't leave me, sort of thing. So I went across the road and I got she and I a lolly, came back, the bus hadn't come, and we're chatting. I remember us being so chummy on that particular day. Like, we were really getting on. And a car went past, and in this car were some black boys. And I don't know what happened or what the interaction was, because I'm focused on my sister. We're in conversation. But she looked away. So she saw whatever she claims they did. And according to her, it was a case of, why is it every time I'm out with you, but men are always looking at you? And it's like, what do I say to that? And because I know her or knew her so well at the time, I knew what was coming. I knew that despite the fact that I've done nothing, this is now an issue. And my sister would stop talking to me. And literally the vibe changed, and she didn't speak to me. And that went on for a very long time.
But then again,
so it's even things like that. My white female friend, I'm not going to say her name because we're still friends, and I know she has issues about this particular scenario, but she used to be similar when we were growing up. She was very much like, and you girls know me, like, I'm not massively into makeup. It depends on how I feel. But back then when I was growing up, I was a late bloomer with all that stuff. My eyebrows were still joined. It was like a caterpillar was going across my forehead. Real talk. My skin wasn't as nice. I was a little bit bigger. Like, I weren't really invested in myself like chicks do. I was a bit of a tomboy. I still am. So for me, it was like, well, I don't even know why guys are trying to check for me anyway, and I'm not seeing it. But she had a massive issue with it. But she was very real about it. She just said to me, it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's nice for you, isn't it? And I was just like, do you know what I mean? Look at the difference in that. And I'm not trying to call out black and brown women and be negative, but I'm sharing these scenarios because it tends to be more that it is black and brown women that have issues with each other. And I genuinely just can't see or understand why. Yeah. It just needs to stop. I cut you off, Yink. Sorry. What were you going to say, darling? You probably forgot.
Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry.
It's all good. Listen, we're chatting like we're just, having an afternoon tea somewhere or in the spa, just having a drink. We've got to remember that we're doing a show. What does it mean to you, Black History Month? Let's get into that, because I mean, here on iLive, it means a lot to some of the people that work on the station, and rightly so. And I give an honorary mention at the end of the show to a black figure. So I wanted to know what it means to you. I've never asked you both that question. Yinka, what does Black History Month mean to you?
A celebration of blackness.
Of black excellence.
Yeah, literally. And just looking, it's not always, the one thing I sometimes don't like about Black History Month is that we focus a lot on the past, and I know that our past does define where we are, but I really like the idea. Does it define
where we are, or does it play a part in where we are?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's aligned, I guess. It's the foundation to where we are.
Yes.
If that makes sense. And yes, it is. I guess it still is good to highlight a lot of historical things, but I think with Black History Month and how I like to, I guess, celebrate it is our current, I guess not history, but our current celebrations and, the good, as you said, black excellence and the things that are going on, and even just more like community things. Like, it's so nice to, I feel like since this whole BLM, shall I say, movement, there's been a shift, especially with our generation, to actually like make Black History Month a history full of blackness, rather than it just being a whole month.
I hope
past.
So, because that's what it once was. When I was growing up, I was the complete opposite. I was fully invested in it, because Carnival, everything was literally about celebrating black people. So it wasn't about looking at the past, dragging up things from the past and kind of doing something around that. It was about celebrating where we've come, celebrating where we're going to go. Everyone was coming together. It was so different. So I was fully invested when I was younger. And as I've got older, like I was saying off air, it seems to be that I don't hear from my black and brown brothers and sisters unless it's Black History Month and they've got something they want to sell me. Outside of that, I don't see them. I don't hear from them. There's no, how are you, Char? And I see you on radio. Let me shout. Nothing. You know what I mean? So
I think it's also
that's why I've not been about it.
It's more about working together.
It needs to be.
Absolutely. More like
it needs to be.
And partnerships. Justin, so for example, one of my friends, her corporate company is hosting, I think they have a podcast, it's called Dope Black Mums. And my friend who currently works within this corporate environment, she's created this whole like black network.
Nice.
Shout out Liana.
What's the name of the network?
It's just like a black network for her company.
Okay.
They never had like a black network at all. And it's just nice. She posted today that they've kind of collaborating in terms of looking at, she works for like a credit kind of company.
Yeah.
So looking at people's credits and all that kind of stuff. And I think
I
think
get
it's
it.
a good way to kind of, amalgamate different communities that might not know about financial literacy.
Absolutely.
And she's using her platform and her corporate contacts.
Yeah.
The platform
Brilliant.
In order for us to kind of have
you need to connect,
exposure
she and I. That sounds awesome.
100%. So it's kind of just, I think we need to look past it being history. I think it's that.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Maybe
agree
it
with
needs
you.
a different name. Perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another conversation for another
but
show.
Even if it's not a different name, I think it's we need to put our own kind of spin on it.
We do. But as you said,
how do we want to be perceived in this month?
Right. As you said, our younger black and brown, people coming up underneath us, they are doing that. And I think, you know what, it's about time we allowed them actually to run with it, because young people get a bad rap anyway, especially young black people. So when young black and brown people are taking initiative, it's like, you know what, let's step back a bit. Let's see what they're going to come with. Let them roll with it and let's see what happens. Let's move on now. We're going to chat about something, of the same vein, but we're going to move on a little bit and then we're going to play a game. I'm looking at the time. It's 6:15 p.m. Time flies when you're having fun. I want to talk about our black and brown brothers just briefly. And on that note, I'm going to quickly say, because people have been asking me about my hair, right? Listen, people, I went to Slider Cuts on the 2nd of October. First time I'd gone there. Because when I put on my Instagram stories, I've shared this already, but for those of you who don't know what's going on, after I did my Brave the Shave / Brave the Chop on the 1st of September, I left my head for a whole month. And on the 2nd of October, I went to Slider Cuts after putting on Instagram stories, recommendations of barbers, people, newbie out here. The majority of people said Slider Cuts, so I went there. And all my actual life, it was the bomb. But my hair grows so quickly that you can't actually see the pattern or the style, or you can't really see it too tough anymore. So literally I'm gonna have to go back soon, but I'm happy to announce the man himself, Slider Cuts, even though I wasn't able to have my hair done by him on that day, he has agreed to come on this show, people. Aww. So I cannot wait. I've interviewed his brother, Peter Mack, back in the day. I think it was 2016 on Shoreditch Radio. Yeah. That was an amazing interview. Shout out, Pete. But I've never been able to get his brother.
Oh.
We've got it. So when I get that date actually secured, then I'll let you know. But he will be coming on the show. But let's talk about our black and brown brothers, because I feel they get a bit of a bad rap as well. And we know the bad rap that they can get outside of the community. But I do think that sometimes within the community, they get a bad rap. And I'll just give you a little example, and then you can tell me what you think. I know of a lot of black and brown guys who are in relationships with women outside of the community. That's the way I'm going to put it. Personally, I have no problem with that. Love is love. You do you. It's not my business. The end. But they have had a lot of issues. They have had a lot of issues from black and brown women in particular. Side-eye, dirty looks. Even got the audacity to call out the woman. There's a whole heap of scenarios that I've been told, and I'm just like, wow, really? Why? Now, here's my thing with this. I'm not going to say no names, but I know of a particular black couple where I mean, they're exes now, but just roll with me. A black couple. And every single evening, for whatever reason, the black woman would find an issue with the black man. It could be that he didn't do something that he was supposed to do, that he's supposed to just telepathically know to do. Do you know what I mean? Just a whole heap of things. And he would be challenging, kind of like saying, I'm happy to do whatever, but I mean, let me know. I didn't know that I'm supposed to come home and do this and do, you know what I mean? Tell me.
Yeah.
Calling him out for all sorts of things, to the point where one time, apparently, it was a case of you didn't clean your own hands properly. But that's another chat for another day, boy. Anyway, subsequently, that relationship ended. He moved on and he met someone amazing. That amazing someone happens to be white. And his thing was, all of his adult life, he had been with black women or brown women, right? But he did genuinely find that when he entered into this relationship with this white woman, everything that he thought he would find within his own, he found with her. So for him, it wasn't even about she's white. She happens to be white. But the love, the care, the patience, the understanding, the communication, the respect, not being demanded of. You know what I mean? There was I actually paused and thought about myself and thought, you know what? I can't even challenge you on that. Real talk. Sometimes us black and brown women, in comparison to a white woman, when we're in relationships, we can go in a bit too hard. We can make way too many assumptions. We can think the dude knows and he don't. So sometimes we are doing our own black and brown brothers a disservice by the way we treat them, whether we realize we're doing it or not. What's your take on that? Because obviously it's not all of us. Disclaimer, it's not all of us. It's not every black and brown woman that is the same. But some of us, we are a lot. Yeah. So why do we not expect for our black and brown brothers to bounce? What are you saying, Caroline? Yinka?
No, Caroline.
You guys are in. You guys. I was going to say you guys are in. Have you ever dated outside the race?
I have.
I haven't actually.
Have you, Yinka?
Yeah, I have.
Tell me more.
He was Greek Cypriot.
Oh, girl, let's just pause on that. He was Greek Cypriot.
Yeah, I have. I wouldn't do it again.
Oh.
That's not to. And actually, never say never, but.
But what made you say that?
Yeah. It's because it's such a culture clash.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's kind of like we're from different cultures and sometimes it's very difficult to navigate.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that.
And also in terms of, unfortunately his grandma was like, no. His grandma was like, no. But then he ended up marrying
a black woman.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's interesting.
At the time, I just didn't think we were just on two different paths, and I just didn't think that our alignment when it came to when we're having children, how we bring them up, and that's fine. Obviously, some people outside that date. I know I have friends that have dated married
outside,
dated outside there, and they're able to be open and navigate in that sense. I don't want to say that black women give black men. I don't like this stereotype that we're always like this aggressive person, and that's why
some are though. Real talk, some are. That's why I said some.
That's why they date black women. I think everyone's got their preference, but what I don't like from black men is that have your preference in it, but then don't put your black sisters down.
Amen. Yeah, I'm here for that.
That's one thing.
I'm here for that.
And I guess with us as black women, I guess we expect in a way that why wouldn't my black brothers date me?
Yeah. But here's the thing, it's not that. Okay, so preference is one thing, right? But when we talk about preference, sometimes we imagine it on the surface. We talk about preference as being a colour, right? So let's forget colour. Preference is, how I want to be treated, how I want to be, I don't know, greeted, or whatever it might be. You might want to do this really chivalrous. You might want to do that just ain't really about that, and we'll just let you. You know what I mean? There's different strokes for different folks, so it's not necessarily about colour. But here's my point. That particular black male friend of mine, he met someone who happened to be white that ticked all the boxes. And he did say, if that relationship, I mean, they're now married happily, but if that relationship hadn't have worked out because of his consistent negative experiences with dating black women, he would never have gone back to dating black women. Now, it's sad for those of us black and brown women who are not that way inclined. Do you know what I mean? Because any dude that I've been in a relationship with, I'm always about uplifting. I'm always about the communication. Do you know what I mean? I never assume that because you're a dude, you must do this and you must do that. Nah, it's a conversation. What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Even chivalry. You know what I mean? You don't have to open the door, but if you do, that's nice. Do you know what I mean? It's them kind of things. So preference for me is not necessarily about a colour, but sometimes within our community it makes it, we make it a colour, and then it becomes a war. But I think our black and brown brothers come off worse because when it's the other way, you don't really see much of an issue. If a black or brown woman is dating a white man, no one's really, they might bat a little eyelid or kind of do, but it's not as big of a deal. And I'm like, why? Because it's still outside the race. It's crazy. These conversations need to be had. They're not easy. I don't think anybody or everybody knows the answers, but these conversations need to be had. It's about bridging those gaps so that we don't have these issues. Because I think it then plays a part into how, as black and brown people, we continue to be segregated. Think of it like this, and I've said it before, and then we're going to move on, people. We'll have music and get into the game. But if, how do I word it? You know when you got to be careful because you are radio. Okay, I'll say this, which is what I said before. We come together, it seems, when it suits us, okay? 9 times out of 10, it takes for something significant to happen, like George Floyd. Then all black and brown people are up in arms. Then the hype, I'm putting it in inverted commas, it dies down, and then we're just back to doing ourselves. Yeah. But in between, we come back together because we got to sell a product to each other. And you're black, so you better buy it. You're brown, so you better buy from me. And then we bounce again. Do you know what I mean? There's not a consistency. And I do think that a lot of that is because there's so much damage and we're not talking about it. We need to heal. We need to heal. I'm just gonna leave it on that. We need to heal. Listen, we've been talking a lot of things. It's been very heavy. Caroline's rubbing her forehead. Yinka looks like she needs an alcoholic beverage. And I tell you what, I need to wet my whistle too. This is iLive UK. You're locked in listening to Get Amplified. The time now is 6:23 p.m. All of the tunes you're going to realise have been 21st century tunes. I haven't been playing any 90s music, I think, for the last 2 weeks. And that's because some of the new stuff I am actually loving, like this one.
Tell me, is it me you like? Been up all night, boy, you're doing something right, something right. You know you're the one I like. Yeah, you're my type, boy, you're doing something right, something right.
Babe, I'm doing you a favor. Please don't dish me on my new umbrella. It will shelter you from all the rain. My money and my paper don't matter when you're here.
Hold on to you, what's important to you, yeah. Hold on to you, yeah.
These feelings I get when I hold on to you.
What's important to you,
when I hold on to you.
You know that I love it when you say,
ooh, Miss Chaga. When them other girls shy, whine and twist, my darling, you're still better. And if you really look like this, please tell me who's your mother. Man, I heard you got a sis, my darling, you're still better. But you don't realize that they ain't better than you. No, 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 they ain't better than you. Can't go against you. Every step you take is like 2, and I hope all your dreams come true. Just have faith in your pull through. In my mind, in my soul, hold me close, don't let go. Feelings grow out of control, and I just wanna let you know.
Hold on to you, what's important to you. Hold on to you, yeah. These feelings I gain when I hold on to you. What's important to you, wanna hold on to you. You know that I love it when you say,
ooh, Miss Chaga. When them other girls shy, whine and twist, my darling, you're still better. And if you really look like this, please tell me who's your mother. Man, I heard you got a sis, my darling, you're still better. But you don't realize that they ain't better than you. Miss Chaga. No, they ain't better than you. Miss Chaga. No, they ain't better than you. No, they ain't better than you. No, they ain't better than you. No, they ain't better than you.
one more time forever. We can dance tonight, me and you. Baby, you're something else. Just slow wine, there's nothing to lose. Bring my heart to portion, but there's still a party for you. You're my tiny dancer. You know that I love it when you say,
ooh, Miss Chaga. When them other girls shy, whine and twist, my darling, you're still better. And if you really look like this, please tell me who's your mother. Man, I heard you got a sis, my darling, you're still better. But you don't realize that they ain't better than you. No, they ain't better than you. No, they ain't better
miss you.
Turn. My young boy got a stick like Moses with the Israelites. Telling them up boys it's on site. They ain't outside, they stay inside. We can't party if we can't get a tray inside. Shoe cocaine white, teeth Colgate white. You know what it gets like. I just got a step back here in my sliders. I got beef that I still don't let slide. Always double C's, I got a Chanel side. Unruly blown trees in the Middle East. Is she from the Philippines or Vietnamese? I don't dance but I can shake a leg. I want two-step Billie Jean.
Money on my wrist, I'm going crazy. Canary princess cuts for my baby. Out the window, I can hit a whole belly. Sipping Louis 13, I'm with a Casey. I made a wish, I got it, then I made a wish list. Bust case was no witness. 100 in on the full bag, I caught a big fish. Shorty, you need assistance.
I'm in the yo, I'm a Christian, praise the Lord. More time in my broad if I ain't on tour. I pack like first class flight, hit them stores. Hand luggage if I could, I'll take this phone. Fly with my jewels on an everyday thing. My rose gold wrist, this an inspiration. Fresh tryna take away my liberation. They don't like the way I handle situations. She need assistance, I'm far from an assistant. She don't see the vision, I just love her from a distance. She slim tick, she take it off, she tick tick. I'm released off white, she say no, Heady, you got drip drip. I'm still out in the field, it's a picnic. I got my tracksuit covered in a lipstick. Oh, I made a wish list. I just need a bad beat to do the dishes.
Got 20 on my wrist, I'm going crazy. Canary princess cuts for my baby. Out the window, I can hit a whole belly. Sipping Louis 13, I'm with a Casey. I made a wish, I got it, then I made a wish list. Bust case was no witness. 100 in on the full bag, I caught a big fish. Shorty, you need assistance.
Heard you on the shoulder you can cry on, rely on, and you hope that really is me. Blow chronic, my rose go flourish. I hold no solace, sweet wet coochie on me.
Bossy and my baby gorgeous. A little mortgage, I need them flawless. I lit my phone and I'm running it through these commas. Louis orders, give me more of this.
I'm in the flagship, Ferrari ranching. I bought the drillers, the trappers, they bought the waps in. They bought the racks in, Henny she backed it. Girl slap it all on me, I leave you tapping.
There's heavy cocaine, Billy is rose. Don't wanna play out the Gucci, love the Dolce. My shorty okay, my niggas okay. We been shopping in Europe and spent a Rolex. Put 20 on my wrist, I'm going crazy. Canary princess cuts for my baby. Out the window, I can hit a whole belly. Sipping Louis 13, I'm with a Casey. I made a wish, I got it, then I made a wish list. Bust case was no witness. 100 in on the full bag, I caught a big fish. Shorty, you need assistance. Shorty, you need assistance. Shorty, you need assistance.
Heady one there with Princess Cuts featuring Young T and Bugsy. Me love that one. And before that, you had Lotto Boys with Miss Jagger featuring Camille. The time now is 6:31. You're locked in listening to Get Amplified on iLive Radio UK. And guess what? Nita the Writer's in the building. Woo! She'll be up at 7 p.m. with her fantastic show, Catch a Vibe. So keep it locked for that. I'm still joined in the studio by my good friends Yinka and Caroline. Ladies, how you doing? It's been a heavy one.
I know. Yeah. But it's good. Some good fun, man.
Yeah, it's good to have those kind of conversations. I was going to say, it's good to have those chats. Let's play a game now.
Oh boy.
Are you sorry? Hold on. What was that response?
She love a game.
Charlie love a game.
Hello?
Boy.
Listen, hold your noise. Let's play the game. Yeah, they didn't expect those sound effects if you saw their faces. Anywho, ladies, this is a very, very simple game. But do you know what? I have no idea who might win. You are playing against each other, so no conferring. Okay?
You're good at this.
This is what the game is.
Okay.
Who knows Charlie better?
Oh.
Oh gosh.
I already can't cope with you two. Right, get ready because you need to have your own buzzer sounds, okay?
Oh.
And they can't be too intense. No, you're going to use your mouths, people. Let's get creative.
So what's
your sound going to be, Yinka?
Woy-oy.
Love it. Caroline. Okay, that's your sound. So woyoy and ooh. Okie dokie. So the woyoy is Yinka and the ooh is Caroline. All right, who knows Charlie better? Question number 1. Caroline, why you laugh?
I don't know. This is just funny already.
Question number 1. What is my zodiac sign?
Woyoy.
Yinka.
Virgo.
Yes! 1 to Yinka. Caroline, you better cry in the car.
Thumbs down.
Question number 2. At which hospital was I born? I'm going to give you some options. Easy no.
Okay.
Forest Gate, Newham, or Queens? Which hospital was I born? Forest Gate, Newham, or Queens? Caroline.
I'm going to guess this.
Go for it.
It's between A and B, I think.
Go for it. Go for it.
No, what was my first? Okay.
I mean...
A. Okay, let's say A.
Forest Gate. Well done. You got it right. Yeah. The hospital's no longer there, but it was Forest Gate. Question number 3. What is my favourite go-to snack? And you should know this. I'll tell you why. I was banging on about it at the beginning of lockdown. I was pretty much living on it. Then I had to start getting fit again. Involves bread. Yeah, I am. But it involves. Well, I was going to say it involves bread, and we know I'm not really about bread. So what was it? No, it's not. It's not so healthy for me, but it is healthy.
Oh gosh.
Okay, shall I give you a clue?
Yeah, go on.
It included spicy halloumi.
I know there's the name.
I put it in the group, guys.
You actually did,
and I was like, I want to make it for you all.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yinka's face is
It's like a halloumi sandwich or something, isn't it?
I'm going to give it to you. The spicy halloumi and avocado bagel.
There we go.
No, I was going to say bagel as well. I was just like... I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, bless you. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to both of you.
As well.
Yeah, and I showed it to you. I was loving it. Okay, question number 5. I don't know how you're going to do with this one. No, sorry, question number 4. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know how you're going to do this one. Describe my type of man.
Oh.
I mean, nobody's... Okay, Caroline, go for it.
Your type of man?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Is this like...
It's not a trick question either.
Is this... characteristics?
What do you think? What do you think? You've known me the longest. What do you think?
Gosh. I'm not good with descriptions.
Come on.
Tall, dark, and handsome. No, I'm joking.
I mean, you got.
I was going to say it's going to be quite close.
Yeah, the tall. I mean, they have to be taller than me. I'm only 5'5", but that's easy. And yeah, dark. What else? I love my chocolate brothers. The darker, the better.
Chocolate brothers.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where if I can't see you in the dark, we're winning.
You do like tall guys as well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Something else. I think that.
What else? There's
something else.
2 key things.
Can I jump in?
Yeah, of course you can. Yinka.
I think they've got to be charismatic.
Yes.
Is there something to do with nails? I don't know why I've got something about fingernails, right?
Great hygiene.
Hygiene.
Listen, the nails need to be shut.
That's it.
No dirt under the thing, and that's the toenails too. I don't know why men want to grow
like clean nails. Everything just needs to be
clean. Please, clean. No nasty stench. Yeah. Okay. Question. It's Yinka that's making me laugh. Question number 5. What phone do I have?
The Samsung. Oh,
yes, Yinka.
I was doing your one.
Sorry.
What is it? You girls know it.
No, you're looking down.
No, it's a Samsung, but it's a S8. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give it to both of you.
I was going to say an S20, but I remember that was Duval's phone.
Yeah,
that's
Duval.
Yeah. That's our other
Duval's going to come and co-host the show, by the way.
Nice.
One show next month. Yeah, I can't wait.
Amazing.
Okay, question number 6. We haven't got much more to go. Which teams did I swim for when I was younger?
Oh, God.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy now, Yinka.
Forest Gate.
No,
it wasn't.
Forest Gate didn't have a team.
I know.
Definitely Newham.
Yes.
That's the one that stuck out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yinka, watch out. I'm loving it.
Can't remember the other one.
The Dolphins.
Oh.
Yes.
Mate, I used to win all my races. Just picking myself up. Okay, question number 7 of 10. Which is my favourite sport to play? Badminton, tennis, or hockey?
Charlie, really?
I mean, yes. Which is my favourite sport
I was
to
going to
play.
say rounders or something like
Nah,
that.
bredrin. Badminton, tennis, or hockey?
I'm going to go with badminton.
But you didn't do your sound effect. But I'll give it to you.
Sorry, I feel like we're still in the
I'm
conversation.
gonna give it to you. It's badminton. I love it. Every Sunday, my mother, myself, and my auntie would go and play badminton.
Oh,
I absolutely love
lovely.
it.
Something
And
nice.
yeah, and I would
Something new.
smash that shuttlecock. What? I loved it. I'd love to go and play. Actually, we should maybe do that one day, post COVID, because you know what's up. Okay, question number 8 of 10. What did I try for the first time for my 40th birthday when we went out for the day? Come on. Caroline's eyes are like
the first time.
Yeah,
Was it
opening
the Madame
really
Tussauds?
wide. No, brethren,
Oh.
really, Madame Tussauds.
Was it that
Oh, now where's your sound effect?
Oi, what's my sound effect? Oh, or something.
Caroline.
Was it that little ice cream?
The snog.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
On the snog bus.
Yeah, the snog on the snog bus.
Yeah,
Yinka and I both tried it and we weren't really impressed, to be fair. I wouldn't have it again. Okay, question number 9. What are my biggest peeves in others? What really, there's 2 things. What really annoys me about other people?
Timekeeping.
Yes.
Charlie,
Yes.
What's my thing? No, that's you.
Oh.
Yes, Caroline.
Communication.
Yes, big time. Tardiness and a
Timekeeping
lack
is,
of
let me tell you
I'll go
something,
listen.
Charlie and timekeeping.
Timekeeping, yeah. You know the ones that you have to make sure you left your house on time. Because Charlie will not be impressed when you reach there. She'll probably have left you, depending on how late you are. Even today, I was like, Caroline, we need to...
Yeah, we need to make sure we leave on time.
Charlie will be
Let's
there.
talk about birthday presents as well. 6 months before your birthday, Charlie's already got it sorted.
And how has this girl got our Christmas presents? It's not even November yet.
Listen, I'm gonna
wrap them up and all sorts.
I cannot wait for our. So I do a gratitude supper for my friends every single year, which you guys do love.
Yeah, we do.
And there's a lot of sharing of gratitude, and it's just all things positive, and we absolutely love it. We just have such a good time. But I do plan in advance. So literally, I've just wrapped everything because it had to be. There's particular items and stuff. I can't say too much, but as of about 2 or 3 months ago, I've had their gifts. So. Yeah.
Of course you would have
I'm so excited. Right, the 10th and final question in the game. Who knows Charlie better? Which one of you do I like the best?
Me, of
come
course.
on.
Boy, me.
We can't do that.
You love
one.
a bit of...
Go on.
She does love a little bit of Unruly Yinks. Let me tell you something. Yinka will post some kind of picture on Instagram, yeah? Charlie shares that in the group chat. We're all just laughing.
Yeah, I'm like, can we just take a moment for Unruly Miss Yinka?
No, I'm joking.
Is Yinka Yinks?
No, Yinky Yinks, yeah.
No, you got 50-50.
Yeah, you guys are mad. It's an equal thing. So well done. You both win. Congratulations.
How we do.
And here you go. You've got little goodie bags.
Thank you.
This is pretty. This is nice and pretty.
This is Charlie.
You know what? To be fair, every single guest that comes on the show gets a little goodie bag because it's only fair. But you two, you do have goodie bags that are filled to the absolute brim. So knock yourselves out. While the girls indulge, I'm going to play you guys a tune. And when we come back on the other side, I've got my honorary mention for Black History Month.
Where will we go when the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road? Mommy, me gonna start pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we for do, yeah. Hey fancy, oh your heart state, now no vacancy. Last time see you on FaceTime, chatting up the place, bout in our relationship. Me I go put you on lockdown, I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now, you got my passion on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me, you should let me, you should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me, better feel let me, I better you let me go. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Nobody deal with the bugger and talking. Me nothing know we are chilling in an apartment. Hope you don't mind me asking. quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we for do, yeah.
Say you want travel, we go whole valley. Say you hope in your love and not just no tally. Make my heart full of some, I love you totally. Do my own thing, I'm in no trouble, nobody.
I'm watching out for the party, yo. And they didn't hear about them I watch me now. Swing on me, no miss like Pacquiao. What you feeling for hot coffee, yo? What you know? All you want talk but how much you money, yeah. Anything you want, coffee got the money, yeah. Me give you my heart, make you take it from me. Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Where we go? Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, baby. You know I'm feeling you, baby. So what now we for do, yeah.
Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. I'ma pull up in my fast car. Pull up in my fast car. They're rock stars. Anytime you see me,
Track entitled Lockdown by Coffee, and I think that's a new one and I absolutely love it. All of these new tunes, I literally decided to go on Spotify, I think it was, and just look for the latest. And also there's a tune, I can't remember who messaged me, sorry, I put my phone away, but when I played Where Is It by JVKE, Upside Down, I had a message, someone was like, where did you get that tune? It plays on an advert on TV, and I quickly Shazammed it and was like, I love that. Went on iTunes, bought the ting, and there you go, it's there for you. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Listen, it's 6:44 p.m. We have not got long until we have to be off the air and leave the space for Nita the writer. It's been such a good show. I want to give a big shout out to Caroline and Yinka. They are still with me in the studio. You're going to hear from them in a little while, but it's just been a loaded show. It really, really has. I've had the happy news segment, in case you missed that. A new home after life in captivity. That's the story about the two beluga whales. I love the fact that after being in captivity for so many years, they're now going to enjoy open water for the first time since 2011. It's a big deal, man. New push for gender equality. So Germany has adopted a national strategy to fight gender inequality for the first time in its history. That's a big move too. Norwegians are driving into the electric future. Love that. We talked about them being way ahead of the rest of Europe in switching from petrol to electric vehicles, and donkeys winning better welfare. Kaz, actually, you wasn't here when I talked about this story. I mentioned about when we were in Santorini and we did the donkey rides, and we kind of saw how they were mistreated. And it was really, really heartbreaking. So earlier this story in my Happy News segment, essentially Spain, that are often criticised for their poor treatment of donkeys, a new bill has been passed basically, and it's mandatory now, rest periods, and it's mandatory that they improve the living conditions, etc. So I just thought it was really cool to include that, and like I said earlier, I hope that happens worldwide. Then I had the community focus for you. We mentioned Uprising Youth and Community. They're a growing charity based in Ashford, Kent. Remember, they're growing, but they're awesome. So they aim to support young people and families facing significant challenges. They're doing amazing things. They've got a hub that provides activities for all ranges of ages, including a youth club, after school club, homework club, job and employment drop-in, and a coffee morning. They're exceptional. If you want to know more about them, like I said earlier, it's uprisinguk.org.uk. We then went into the recommendations, and I mentioned Chadwick Boseman, A Tribute for a King on Disney Plus. Please watch that if you haven't already. It's beautiful. Encourage you to get outside, get some nature. And if you're not able to go outside for whatever reason, there are lots of naturist programs. So watch them. It's always good for you. Or go on podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, Podbean, Anchor, whatever it is. Look for, or just type in the word nature, because sometimes just listening to the sound of like birds chirping or whatever it might be, it does wonders for your mind. So do give it a try. And then my other two recommendations for you was sea salt and coconut body scrub. I mentioned that I've been using it twice a week consistently for 1 year now, and it's made a solid difference to my skin. So do go and try it, especially if you've got blemishes and things. It's really, really good. And then porridge for breakfast. I wasn't into porridge, and now I am. And it means that I don't snack. It's mad. I just don't snack if I have my porridge in the morning. So, And then, of course, I shared a scripture with you, something new for the show. And then got into my conversation with my lovely ladies. How have you found it today, girls?
It's been refreshing.
Yeah?
It's been lovely.
Good to
really good conversation.
Can't hear you.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. The mic.
Get into it. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's been topical, should we say? Like, conversations that I guess we don't all the time have.
Yeah.
All the time, me and this mic today.
It's all good. It's all good. It's get amplified, but, formally... a real talk queen.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Sometimes things go wrong. Just be real about it. And essentially, you are a tiny little thing and that mic is bigger than you.
I know. Exactly. I was trying to say, do I go up on the chair? Do I go down?
Yeah, exactly. Even the headphones, like Yinka's a tiny little thing. So everything is just a bit big for her. But no, it's been lovely to have you in. Yinka, this is the first time I think I've had you on a radio show that I've done, whereas Caroline's like your second or third time.
I think it's the first time I've been on radio.
It's been great. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
And we'll do it again for something else. Maybe we can do, one year do like a Christmas gratitude.
I was just about to say
supper special. So we share it with everyone one year. What we do for our gratitude supper. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But it's been lovely to have you, Caroline. Remind us a little bit about She Is You, I Am Adored, and where can people find you?
Yeah, of course. Thank you. So She Is You, we are all about supporting young women, empowering them to achieve their full potential. You can find us on all social media platforms at She Is You UK.
You don't have to rush it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Staff announcement. Can we get Caroline a chill pill?
Oh my God.
Wowza. I'm like, have you just, drunk some Duracell juice and I didn't see you? Let's start that again. Caroline, let the people them know about She Is You and I Am Adored and where they can find you.
It might be the sweet that I just took.
Wow.
That bit of sugar.
I didn't even realise how fast I was going. Sorry, people.
Okay.
So, shall I start again?
Yeah,
She
please.
Is You. We're all about supporting young women to achieve their full potential. And you can find us across all social media platforms. Sorry, I'm so funny. At She Is You UK. That's on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And then there's the jewellery strand as well, which is sort of affordable jewellery with affirmations on it. And you can find us at I Am Adored UK across Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. And then there's my personal page that Charley shouted.
Yeah, so your personal page.
But I'm highly on social media. I'm trying to get better people.
But if you do want to know the woman behind the brand that is I Am Adored and behind the business that is She Is You, which you co-founded with a very good friend of yours, then she is at She Is Caroline. Yinka!
If you would like to,
because you got your travel page as well, darling.
Yeah, so if you'd like to follow the memoirs of a jet setter, I am on Instagram at Fueling the Impulse. So that's 2 double L's. It's not just the 1 L. And just follow me in my
her escapades.
And escapades.
Because she has to be enough. She's Miss Yinka. She's unruly Yinka. She's fueling the impulse. This girl is a lot in the best possible way.
Absolutely.
So I would go and follow her if I was you. And we're coming to the end of the show. But you know what? Before the end, it is Black History Month. And I've been very honest. I'm not really about it nowadays. I was when I was growing up, because it was just a lot more about celebrating Black and brown people. It was more about celebrating who we were at the moment, who we were trying to be, wanting to be, who we were working to become as a community, as a people. And that was what Carnival was about as well. And as I've got older, it seems to be less about that. It's always about looking back and drudging up the past and not even doing that to use it positively. And that's why, for me personally, I'm not about it. But like I said, I do respect it. Okay. So this week, I'm going to give a nod in my Black History Month honorary mention to Claudette Colvin. So in March 1955, 9 months before Rosa Parks defied segregation laws by refusing to give up her seat to a white passenger on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, 15-year-old Claudette Colvin did exactly the same thing. It said that the reason Claudette did not receive the same attention as Rosa Parks is because she did not have good hair, was not fair-skinned, and was a teenager who had become pregnant outside of wedlock. Today, Claudette, aged 81, who is a retired nurse, together with her family, continues to fight for recognition for her action. Her sister, Gloria Laster, said, "Why does history fail to get it right? Had it not been for Claudette Colvin, there may not have been a Martin Luther King or a Rosa Parks." So that's my Black History Month honorary mention, Claudette Colvin. And if you don't know, get to know. Google is your best friend. Big shout to all of you who've been locked in. Big shout to Nita the writer, who's coming up next with her show Catch a Vibe. Next week, I feel so blessed. I've got singer-songwriter Lucy Kane coming into the studio. I really, really have. And I'm going to be talking to her about everything, including her famous mummy and daddy. I cannot wait. In the meantime, you can catch my podcast Amplified Voice on Spotify. Follow me over on the Instagram. It's at Charley Jai UK, and I'll be back with you next week for more Get Amplified. Ladies,
yes,
on a scale of 1 to 10, rate my presenting skills. I need some feedback,
0.
man.
Do you know?
0. I was going to say, where's the notes? I have got pen and paper.
No, I think you're wicked,
you're
actually.
wicked. Like,
I
you've
think
got
you're
a
really,
really
yeah,
good
you got
voice.
this.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, I need to ask my friends because they will be real.
Good presence.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Definitely
flow,
good. Yeah.
conversation. Yeah, you're natural, man.
Okay.
You're wicked.
Okay.
Rate yourself, girl.
I mean,
Big up yourself.
I always say like 8.5 because there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? If you're close to a 9, it's like, well, where'd you go with that? And if you're a 10,
Yeah.
well, hello, no one's a 10.
I
So
hear
I'd say
that.
8.5.
Yeah.
I know that I'm good at what I do, but I'd like to learn more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And know more about the industry and about
Yeah,
presenting and hosting and working in radio. So it's important for me. I always ask people for feedback, man.
No, I think, yeah, you're wicked, man.
Thanks
I
for
would
that.
agree with the 8.5.
Yeah,
just because
perfect.
Of that
Yeah.
point on improvement. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Amazing. I love it.
You got this.
Caroline makes me laugh. She's literally like tilting her head and thinking, yeah. 8.5. 8.5. I hear you. I want to give a special mention actually to your mama and your daddy.
Aww.
Just because you know I love your mum and
I
dad
know,
to
man.
absolute pieces.
You were talking about my dad, didn't I?
Yeah, I think especially your dad. I mean, they're both the sweetest, but like they're just lovely, and I don't
they're
see
good
them
people.
enough. And now
Yeah.
because we've got COVID, it's a wrap. And I know that the last time there was a conversation, it was a case of Charlie should be coming around for dinner, and I was like, yeah. And then COVID. So just
true.
a big shout out to your mum and dad.
They'll love that. I think my
Yeah,
dad's
they're
tuned
super.
in actually.
Oh, really?
So, yeah,
they're super special.
Big up mum and dad.
I think I'm going to be real. I think there was we were both nominated at some Diva Award thing.
Yeah.
And your mum, the look on her face, like the pride and the joy and the, she couldn't even stay still in her seat, and then she got up and, it's I just love your parents. I just think they're amazing.
They are. They're
Just in
very
case my
good
mum's
people.
locked in, which she probably isn't. Big up yourself, mama. Do you know what I mean? I see you often enough. I chat to you every day, so say I'll be feeling for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, your parents, man, deserve a special mention
thank you,
always.
Charlie.
So
That's lovely.
big up. No, you're more than welcome, girl. I meant every word. Anyway, we really are done now. It's time for me to luck off, come out the building, and leave the space for the gorgeous Nita the writer. She's coming up next with her show Catch a Vibe. You know what I'm going to do, people, because I still haven't got fed up of this tune, but I'm going to put it over to you, okay? If you want me to play a different tune at the end of the show, your favourite song, or just a song that you're loving at the moment, or a song that you believe is fitting for this show, let me know and I will play it. I promise you. At Charley Jai UK over on the Instagram. Slide in those DMs. No nastiness. Just a suggestion of a tune that you would like me to play on this show, and I will play it for you. So here is Loyal.
True, you're a star in my head. You, the need for raise war in my friends. True, you're so bad when I need to pretend, but I don't want war with you or my friends. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. He said true, probably can party, yeah. Because true, you're my best friend. All the way around, I'm loyal. I got money on me and I'm loyal. I got money in my pocket, I'm loyal. Pain goes away when I'm dizzy. Pain goes away when you're with me. Hey. Even when your shadow's a little risky, it's all under control. Shawty, guess I'm on the road. You're a star in my head. Is it true? You not need to raise war with my friends, no, no. True, you're so bad, we don't need to pretend. But I don't want war with you or my friends. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. Because true, when we can party again, you'll see you're my best friend. All the way around, I'm loyal. I got money on me and I'm loyal. I got money in my pocket, I'm loyal. Pain goes away when I'm dizzy. Pain goes away when you're with me. Even when your shadows a little risky, it's all under control.